Hey everybody, welcome to the stream and welcome back, finally, one last time to Star Trek Judgement Rites. I mean, I assume this is going to be the last stream because we only have 2 chapters left. And yeah, I doubt, unless I get really stuck, I doubt I'll use the entire stream for 1 chapter, but you never know in these games. I guess we'll see. So yeah, last time we kind of stopped at a cliffhanger. We had just begun the second to last chapter. I kind of wish this game allowed you to save between chapters, so you could like have a nice clean stopping point for where you can stop playing and start again next time. But yeah, this time I finished the last chapter and then had to start a bit of this next one before I could save and quit the game. So, in order to, if anyone watching missed the last chapter, I have here the beginning of the next. Hang on, let me just start this. Skip the intro.
Load a previously saved game.
There we go. And now over here, I'll replay the intro of the last chapter so we can catch up before I load this one. Okay. Next episode. Oh, this
Captain's log, stardate 6169.3. While delivering supplies to outposts near Klingon and Romulan space, we received a distress signal from the Romulan neutral zone.
On screen, Captain.
This is Sub-Commander Guyon of the Warbird Infinitus. We are under attack. Assist us, please.
Transmission jammed at the source, sir. The transmission originated on the Romulan side of the neutral zone.
Captain, this could be a setup. The Romulans might be trying to lure us into a treaty violation.
We can't interfere in Romulan business. Take us to our next mission. Set course warp factor 8. I'm not going to ignore a distress call, even if it is a Romulan.
Yeah.
We can't set course warp factor. Captain's log supplemental. In answer to a distress signal, we are crossing the Romulan neutral zone in violation of treaty. We are approaching the source of the distress signal.
We are now entering the Romulan neutral zone.
Oh, there you go. That's all we did last time. So now we can load. And we just arrived at the Romulan neutral zone, as it often happens in Star Trek. So now we can load exactly where we left off. Everything looking cool. Okay. I believe it was Leo 1 that yes. Okay. Here you go.
Captain, a Romulan warbird is approaching toward us on an intercept course.
Hail it.
I have an audio response only.
So, now it is the Federation that tries to stop me from winning my prize.
Romulan ship is approaching on an attack vector.
Raise shields.
shields.
I guess arm weapons.
Arming weapons.
Oh dear. He said now it's the Federation, so someone else tried to stop him from before. Whoa. Okay, let's hope this combat isn't as hard as the last combat. And of course they go invisible. Hope this isn't as hard as the last battle of Star Trek 25th Anniversary. That one took me several hours. They disappear from the radar as well when they cloak. Okay, shields are holding. I did turn the difficulty of ship combat down for this, in anticipation of.
Are on an intercept course.
Oh dear.
We're being hailed. The commander wishes visual contact.
On screen.
This is Commander Starius of the Invictus.
Commander, we were responding.
Explanations are unnecessary, Captain. We thank you for your humanitarian response to the Infinitus distress signal, and we recognize that you destroyed the rogue warbird in self-defense. We will overlook violations of treaty this time.
Oh hey, Bart Snuggleby.
Captain, We have discovered a mutual threat, a race of beings that seems determined to manipulate a wide variety of life forms that call themselves the Brassica. If you have encountered them, it may be in both of our interests to exchange information.
We have
Spock,
encountered them.
transmit all we know about the Brassica to the Romulans. I've heard the name, but we know next to nothing about them. I don't think we can help you.
Well, that is kind of true. We don't know a lot about them.
Brassica? I've never heard of them.
No, that's a lie.
Spock, transmit all we know about them. I've heard the name, but we know next to nothing about them. I don't think we can help you.
Yeah, I don't want to transmit everything to the Romulans. Let's be cautious here.
Perhaps if you come across this information, we can share it. Please leave Romulan space as quickly as possible. The longer you stay, the more difficult it becomes to ignore this incident.
Understood, Helmsman. Set course for Federation space.
Okay, that was the baddest choice, I guess.
This day is not going well.
Captain, we have an emergency message from Starfleet. Code 1.
That's a planetary catastrophe.
On screen.
Oh dear.
Captain, a very large alien ship is about to land on the planet Atticus in the Klingon neutral zone. The aliens stated that they intend to land in the midst of the capital city. Then the ship cut communications with us. Since then, all attempts to contact the alien craft have failed. You are the closest starship to Atticus. We want you to evaluate the situation and safeguard the colonists. We need you to make contact with the aliens.
Okay, maybe that wasn't a... Or maybe it was a bad choice, but not a game-ending choice. I kind of want to try answering something else, though. Let me try again. Yeah, that combat wasn't that hard, so I'm okay with
A
doing it again.
Romulan warbird is approaching toward us on an intercept course.
Halen,
Yeah.
I have an audio response only.
So, now it is the Federation that tries to stop me from winning my prize.
Romulan ship is approaching on an attack vector.
Total race shields.
Raising shields.
Arm weapons. check
Arming
out.
weapons.
So yeah, we just crossed the Romulan neutral zone in response to a distress signal, and were immediately attacked. That's about it for this. We just started the I think 7th chapter, and there are a total of 8. So I'm assuming we'll be finishing this game today. Yeah, it kind of sucks to fight Romulans. They're always cloaking. Klingons too. In the last game, there were a couple of fights with Klingons and Romulans where you would have to wait for them to decloak before you could fire. Yeah, this time I'm going to try selecting the first option to transmit all the information. Come on, where are you? There's a kind of background hum to this starship, but that's the in-game audio. Okay, where are you? Fire randomly in space? What gives? Oh, there. Ah, come on. Sometimes firing randomly in space helps. It does. I mean, the chip is still there. You're just not seeing it. So if you fire and you just so happen to aim it correctly, you end up hitting it. Yeah, see? Maybe I should just increase speed to move around a little bit more. Maybe that will cause it to decloak.
Got him.
Got it. Oh yeah, let's save now.
Save new game. Replace previous.
Yeah. Okay, now if I want...
4
want to-
Romulan warbirds are on an intercept course.
If something bad happens, now you don't
We're
have to...
being
I
hailed.
won't have to fight them.
The
fight it
commander
again.
wishes visual contact.
On screen.
This is Commander Starius of the Invictus.
Commander, we were responding.
Explanations are unnecessary, Captain. We thank you for your humanitarian response to the Infinitus distress.
How kind of you.
Captain, We have discussed...
Spock, transmit all we know about the Brassica to the Romulans.
Okay, let's see what happens with this option.
Thank you, Captain. Our information package has also been sent. Please leave Romulan space as quickly as possible. The longer you stay, the more difficult it becomes to ignore this incident.
Understood, helmsman. Set course for Federation space.
Okay, so we leave the Romulan neutral zone either way, but at least now we have, I guess, a bit more information.
Captain, a cursory glance at the Romulan information package indicates their data is nearly useless.
We've been had, sir.
This day is not going well.
Captain, we have an emergency message from Starfleet. Code 1.
That's a planetary catastrophe.
On screen.
Captain, a very large
So now I don't know
alien
which
ship is about to
option
land
was
on
the
planet
correct one.
Atibus in the Klingon neutral zone. The aliens stated that they intend to land in the midst of the capital city. Then the ship cut communications with us. Since then, all attempts to contact the alien craft have failed. You are the closest starship to Atibus. We want you to evaluate the situation and safeguard the colonists. We need you to make contact with the aliens.
Okay, so now we have to go to the Klingon neutral zone. Great. Check the star map. Where is Atibus? Atibus number 8. Right on the top right corner. Okay. Yeah, this was the copy protection system back in the day where you needed to have the manual to select the right destination. Here you go. Engage. Great fun series. Okay.
Alien ship in sensor range. I detect one Klingon battlecruiser on a parallel course.
Here we go.
The Klingon commander is hailing us.
On screen.
Greetings, Enterprise. Welcome to Atibus. I am Captain Kla.
What are you doing here? And I am Captain Kirk. Greetings yourself.
Okay.
I appreciate your courtesy, Captain. I wish to inform you that we mean the colonists no harm. You have my word that I intend to take no action against them.
Okay.
As you know, this is neutral space. I have as much right to be here as you. If you do not question this right, I believe that we are capable of bridging any misunderstandings that might arise in this delicate situation. I have always admired the Federation's diplomatic abilities. I believe we both have more important matters on our minds. Until later, Captain.
Well, it never rains, but pours. Mr. Sulu, take us into a parallel course with the alien ship.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay. Gotta remember that in the original series, the Klingon are still enemies, so be careful. Okay, this is a ship that is going to land on the capital city of Atanabis. His name again. What do you think, Spock?
Sensors appear to be experiencing malfunctions. Fascinating. Some anomalous readings are reoccurring. That would indicate that the ship itself is changing in unexpected ways. I have no explanation for the phenomenon. I have found at least one area that is suitable for transport.
So you're just gonna board the ship? I guess. Oh yeah, let me save here so I don't have to check the star map again.
Replace
There we go. Try hailing them.
No response from the alien ship, sir. Perhaps their communication system is malfunctioning? The Klingons regret that they are too busy to resume communications at this time.
Okay, I guess we'll have to board them.
Captain, the shields are up.
Oh yeah. Can't use teleporter while the shields are up.
Lowering shields, Captain.
Okay.
We're beaming aboard the alien vessel. Have Dr. McCoy meet us in the transporter room. Spock, come with me. Lieutenant Uhura, if its communication system is malfunctioning, then we'll need you.
Yes, Captain.
Mr. Scott, you have the comm.
One of the rare occurrences where Uhura goes with the away team. Cool. Okay, what's going on here?
This person is staring at the surface of the table in front of him, blinking from time to time. His complexion is sallow and he seems tired. He never looks up, but occasionally flicks away a speck of dust from the otherwise spotless table. Grinagog watches everything, eyes shining brightly. His legs are pulled up off the floor and he hugs his knees. An enormous grin never leaves his face.
Okay, guess they're having some issues.
Go away. You'll get it dirty. I can't stand a dirty table.
I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. What's going on here? Who's in charge?
Nobody's really in charge. Maybe the phase. That's one of the things that makes me so nervous. Nobody's really in charge. I try to take charge of little things like making sure the lights work. I don't like the dark. Are you gonna be in charge now? Maybe you should talk to the phase first.
The phase? What's the phase?
Yeah, what is
Why don't you just tell me what's going on here? If you need help, the Federation has many resources. Would you tell me about this ship? Why are you going to land in a town on Atropos? Why didn't you respond to our hail? The phase? What's the phase?
Yeah, I don't think they're in any condition to answer too many questions. Let's just try to find the phase.
We contemplate our phase. Some of our people think they're the ones who keep everything going. Sometimes they tell us things to do. They remind some people when to eat. Otherwise, they'd forget. I don't forget, but that's because I'm smart. If you want to, you can probably talk to the phase in the oratory. The builders built the oratory. The room there to the south, they built the garden north. If you're hungry or if your head ain't feeling right, there's food and such in the hall. Through there, the west door. The rest hall is through the east door, but you might have to wait for one of the beds. The builders were just so logical. They thought of everything. You can go anywhere.
You know, Jim, I don't think there's much more he can tell us. I can take a tricorder reading on him if you think it's appropriate.
Yeah, sure, why not?
His mental activity is very high, but doesn't seem pathologic, Jim. Respiratory activity indicates a high degree of anxiety by comparison with others of his race. Now, that much stress is unhealthy if this is a chronic state.
What about him?
Slightly undernourished, sluggish pulmonary and circulatory conditioning. Doesn't get nearly enough exercise, I'd say. Brainwave activity uneven. I'd need a battery of tests to be sure. This is a complete new race, after all, but he may be suffering from some blood chemistry imbalances, likely to be affecting his mind.
A completely new race that looks exactly like humans. Very, very typical of the original series. Okay, I guess we'll try to find the oratory.
You get no response.
Hi there, I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. Who are you?
I'm Stan Bob. Did my mom say I could talk to you?
Why, yes, she did. What can you tell us about things? No, not exactly. We'd like to know what you can tell us about things. I don't know that we've seen your mother. Still, if you can tell us something about what's going on here, we would appreciate knowing it.
I don't think my mom would want me to talk to you. Please go away and stop bothering me.
Very infantile room.
Keep back! I don't recognize you, you strangers! Reckaback, Gormagon, you recognize these people?
No, Tuscan, we sure don't.
Keep them away. Keep them away from me. They'll hurt us. They're out to get us, I tell you. Have I ever been wrong?
No, Tuscan, you kept us safe, and we keep you safe. We won't let him get you.
You people don't want to come any closer. Honest, I don't want to have to hurt any of you. It's just that Tuscan won't like it. I hope you don't mind, but you really have got to stay back.
Protect me. They're after me.
We'll hurt you, so just stay back.
We really don't want to hurt you, you know, but you gotta stay back.
Okay, I guess time for phasers on stun. I mean, there was an episode where a bunch of children took over a town in the original series. I don't think that's the same here.
Watch out, Gormagon. They're up to no good. Watch out, Gormagon. They're up to no good.
Okay, I guess I can't shoot them.
The tricorder informs me that the Klingon boarding crew has just beamed into the adjacent room, Captain.
Oh dear. Hello.
You are Kirk. I am Kla, captain of the Paul-Ya. This is my aide.
These Klingons are so innovative in their introductions.
Shh. I'm Captain James T. Kirk, commanding the USS Enterprise. These are my crew, Science Officer Spock, Lieutenant Uhura, and Dr. McCoy. What can I do for you, Captain Clark?
You can avoid interfering with me or my man as we look around the ship, the same as you. And with the same air of mutual goodwill, we will avoid interfering with your activities. Unless we have cause to think your actions in some way threaten us or the Empire we represent.
We do not threaten the Klingon Empire, Captain Clark, nor its legitimate representatives.
Then there will be no difficulties between us, will there? We will leave you to your investigations now and carry on our own. You won't mind if we're in the room, will you?
We'd consider it a mark of our mutual respect, Captain, if you don't get in our way and we won't get in yours.
Whoa. Tensions are high now. Gotta figure this out with Klingons in the room.
Save new game. Replace pre.
Okay. Well, this must be Tusken, the one who's afraid of us, and these two are his bodyguards, which we can't stun them.
Watch out, Gormagon! They're up to no good!
Okay, what can I do then?
A fuzzy animal-shaped toy that looks a bit like a bear.
Yeah, what's an alien race doing with a teddy bear?
A pillow. An overturned toy box.
Yeah, even though they're grown, they apparently still have minds of children. Maybe the phase were keeping them underdeveloped.
This appears to be an unusual metallic structure.
I'm just trying to figure out
Pieces of wood and plastic. They were originally part of a toy.
What can I interact with?
An overturned toy box. A dumbbell. A device used for muscular development.
Okay. Try talking to them, I guess.
I listened to my brother Rackerback and to my friend Tusken. They say we have to protect this room and keep anyone from getting into it. Tusken's afraid.
Watch what you say, Gormagon. You know I trust you.
He's just afraid, that's all. I listened to my brother Rackerback and to...
Watch what you say,
He's
Oh,
just...
I'm more interested in a good fight than in talking.
Oh dear. Can I talk to you from the distance?
I don't care who you say you are. You're evil monsters in disguise. You want to get by me and the only people I can trust. You want to get into the back of my brain. You want to rewire me and change the way I think. Go away. Go away! Go away! Or we'll hurt you and make you go away.
I mean, rewire you and change you the way you think? Well, it's more like the Borg, not the Federation. So, can I pick up the teddy bear?
If you want the bear, you'll have to beat me at this game of chess.
Huh?
You like chess? Any good? Jakesy's a whiz at it, even though he's pretty slow about everything else. My brother Rackerback took away his stuffed bear. Jakesy won't come in here to play no more. This is my greatest game ever. I'll give you the bear if you can beat me.
Yeah, you can have the dumb bear if you beat my brother at chess. And if you don't cheat.
Okay, was not expecting that, but... hey Spock, can you handle this?
A complex situation. However, check and mate.
How'd you do that?
He cheated you, brother. He must have cheated you.
No, that's a legal move. Here, take the bear. I promised, and I do what I say.
Okay.
I think it's a dumb game. That's what I think of this game.
Oh. Okay.
I think it's a dumb game. That's what I think of this game.
Huh.
Save new game. Replace previous.
Okay. Will you let me pass if I give you the bear?
What fever dream inspired this idea?
Hey, come on. Just don't need to give me any shade. Come on. I'm trying my best here.
What fever?
Getting talked back by the game itself. Okay, what if I try going further? Ow! It just pushed me away. Come on, I really wish I could just stun them. Come on.
Watch out, Brassica.
Fascinating. I had not thought you...
Meaningless violence. Come on. The phasers. This is phasers on stun. It's not like I'm pointing the phaser on kill.
Captain.
No, trying to destroy them. How about scanning them?
Like so many others aboard this ship, he's the victim of developmental genetic damage. A chromosomal misalignment induces a greater inclination to violence. I wouldn't feel confident enough to treat him medically without the full database of the Enterprise systems.
What about this guy?
Gormagon is one of the healthier individuals on this ship. Except for emotional stress, probably the result of being bullied by his buddies here. He's reasonably sound in mind and body. If I had to, I'd feel confident about treating him medically. I'm just a simple country doctor, not a magician. There are some things I just can't fix.
I'm a doctor, not a magician. Can you scan Tusken from a distance?
Jim, he has fairly extensive brain damage and may be causing paranoid delusions. It's also resulting in increased levels of hostility. His adrenaline levels run quite high, and there's been organ damage from the extreme stress.
Okay, can I treat him then? This Goramon? They're very complicated names.
Keep away from me.
Gormagon.
I don't need that. I don't want to hurt you, but I won't let you hurt me neither.
Captain, I don't think this is a smart thing for me to be doing.
Okay. I guess we'll come back later? Maybe we'll use the bear somewhere. Let me go here. Yeah, where I'm still trying to find the oratorium to talk to the phase, but can I give you the bear?
No, I don't think that's necessary.
I'm not going to talk to you.
Hey, what if I tell you that I did?
Hi there, remember me?
I don't think I should talk to you.
Never mind. Where else can I go? The way they... Okay, I can go by well. Have a king here?
This individual appears somewhat elderly, but he holds his head proudly and his shoulders are thrown back. He nods benignly at you and a yellowish crown slips down a little lower on his brow. He clenches a short silvery rod with a bulbous tip firmly in one hand. This individual wears a placid expression as he piles one block atop another, playing quietly. The incongruous thing is that he appears to be a full-grown adult. Noticing that you're looking at him, he raises his arms to you with a hopeful look.
Okay. Try talking to the king, maybe?
Methinks you peasants should know your place and speak only when royalty speaks first to you.
Okay, what about you?
I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. Who are you?
Jakesy.
What can you tell me about this place, Jakesy?
The sweet-faced adult shakes his head no.
I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship.
Jakesy.
Can I play with the blocks, Jakesy?
The sweet-faced adult shakes his head no.
Okay, looks like I'm stuck in a starship full of children. What is this?
A book.
Pick it up.
I don't see how these can help us, Captain.
Okay. What is
a
this?
piece of cloth.
Can I pick it up?
I don't see how...
Okay. Yeah, I just gotta try everything and see what kind of objects I can interact with, what kind of objects I can pick up. We have an idea of what to do.
A normal-looking switch.
What does it do?
The light bar connection is faulty, and only the wire is holding it in place. A book.
You do something with this light bar?
Away, varlet! What do you think you're doing?
Well, not while the king is there. Okay. There are 2 more doors here. Let's try this one. Down here.
We are just here to look around, Captain. I'm sure you don't mind.
Would it matter if it did?
Your doctor's discourtesy, though indirect, does no credit to your party, Captain Kirk. I would have expected better when we have done nothing to warrant rudeness.
We need not interfere with one another's activities, I think.
Okay, yeah. Keep an eye on you.
These plants look green and healthy, with strong stems and shiny leaves. A large countertop well suited as a workbench with what appears to be mechanized assists and a hookup close at hand. A small data terminal seems to be part of the design.
Can I use the data terminal?
There is nothing on the work console. Proceed with your work. This console is prepared to scan items anytime you are prepared to use it.
Scan items? The item I have is the teddy bear.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Okay, maybe something else at some point. Okay. Can I continue north? Okay, that is it. Whoa. What the?
Captain, we have just been thoroughly and efficiently scanned.
Please identify yourself. You haven't been in to see me before, have you?
I'm Captain James T. Kirk, commanding the USS Enterprise. These others are my crew. Science Officer Spock, Lieutenant Uhura, and Dr. McCoy. Who are you?
We are the Fays. Did not your parents speak of me?
Captain, note that it identifies itself only erratically, in the singular I, and a blend of voices typifies its communication.
Are you suggesting it is a hive mind, Mr. Spock? Or is the voice synthesizer simply programmed for a harmonic chord of voices?
Inconclusive. It may also be that an array of otherwise independent machines have been linked to provide the requisite computing power, although that is an antique and unsophisticated method of achieving this level of intelligence at odds with the overall level of sophistication and evidence. I suggest we pay close attention to both its actions and its words.
Fays, why would our parents have spoken of you?
I am here to care for all of you, Kirk. It is easier for me to care for you when you are younger, but sometimes one's parents are forgetful. We understand. I will care for you now. You will feel better after you eat.
Great. A food-fixating mothering computer.
It could in fact be very much that.
Fays, you're about to land on a planet inhabited by sentients in the middle of a settlement. If you are in control of this vessel, you must stop. You must not land there.
You will feel better after you eat, dear. Run along now. I'm very busy.
Oh dear. Well, apparently the Phasar is an artificial intelligence that's treating all the people in this ship like children.
A female of middle age is seated against one wall. Her arms lie limply by her sides, and her legs are outstretched, giving her the aspect of a discarded rag doll. She is completely motionless as she stares into middle distance, focused on nothing.
Oh dear, what happened here? Scan her.
She's cataleptic, Jim. Completely submerged within her mind. Completely withdrawn from external stimuli. If I were to put her arm up in the air, it would stay there until I moved it back down.
Psychological damage or something physical?
I can't be sure even with rather extensive tests, but from the tricorder readings, I would say some psychological shock ruptured an inherently fragile cognitive structure. In ancient times, they would have said she was skittish or prone to a nervous breakdown or weak-minded. There are a myriad of childhood developmental blind alleys that might restrict her adult pattern creation representation capabilities.
Bone, stop. You're starting to sound like Spock.
You do not have to be insulting, Captain.
Not sure what happened there. No, I don't think she uploaded herself into the computer. She might. It might. I mean, we don't know how long these people have been under the influence of this computer. Maybe they have been like this since as they were kids, and they just grew up in this environment, and they just maybe the computer something did not do a good job at raising them, and they just kept being underdeveloped. Oh, yeah, both this game and the previous one feel very much like episodes of the original show. They're very authentic, not just because of the original voice actors, but the scripts, the scenarios of each chapter feel very much like episodes of the original series. Can you do anything, Medkit?
I'm sorry, Jim, but I'm not willing to experiment with the drugs I'm carrying to see what might or might not work, especially given her condition. I'm afraid I'd be as likely to kill her as affect any positive change.
Okay, never mind then. There's another door here.
The guts of this machinery have been torn from the wall, leaving broken plastic and bent metal dangling. It doesn't look like it will ever work again. Fragments of what looks like glass glitter sharply, reflecting iridescent gleams like oil floating on water. Some fragments are larger and some smaller, but it is impossible to tell what the glassy objects originally looked like. Evidently, someone deliberately smashed them, intending total destruction.
I guess maybe the kids aren't completely well behaved, and something came by and destroyed this console. I still talk to the face. Doesn't seem like can I use?
We appreciate your desire to become one with me, but it is impossible. Despite what you may think, this is no short route to Godhead.
Godhead? What? Pick up this debris.
You succeed in cutting your fingers and bleeding profusely from the many tiny capillaries in your hands.
Oh dear. Wrong move, I guess. Guess we continue going north? Or if this is north, Wait, what? What happened here? What? I guess the screen kept turning around. We kept going in that direction and somehow ended up back there.
Welcome back. Are you feeling better?
No. I guess we'll try the other door now. Still haven't fully explored, so I still have options as to stuff to do and to get. And hello. You again. Okay.
A wan-looking female stands dejectedly, her shoulders slumped. Her whole appearance expresses deep worry and bone-crushing weariness.
Wan-looking? Never heard that expression before.
A mechanized food delivery and recycling system, not unlike what you see every day aboard the Enterprise.
Food replicator.
An unremarkable piece of furniture offering nothing but a flat surface from which to eat while standing up. A computer terminal with various access ports, a scanning rod, and a workspace.
Looks like I'm gonna try talking to her, then try using that computer.
Hi there, I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. Who are you? Are you feeling all right, ma'am? Can you tell me what the problem is? You look so sad. Would it help to tell us why you look so down? Hi there, I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise.
I'm called Law. My son is Stambob, and I failed him. I feel so badly. I'm a terrible mother.
The woman's eyes brim with tears, and she can't continue the conversation.
Stambob was the one on the bed.
Hi there, I'm Captain. Are you feeling all right, ma'am? Can you tell me what...
I'm a bad mother. I tried to do right, get him what he wants and needs. Just so depressed. Everything died.
Who died? What died? I'd like to help if I can.
I did it. I'm a bad person. Killed all the plants, and now they don't produce anymore. I'm not worthy to have a good son like him.
A mother's job can be difficult. I'm sure you did your best for your son. Would you care to tell me about it? Why do you think you were the one who killed the plants? Have you even looked in on them recently? What if someone showed you that you were wrong? A mother's job can be difficult. I'm sure you did your best for your son. Why do you think you were the one who killed the plants?
Yeah, there are a bunch
of
plants
in
the lab.
Have you even looked in on them recently?
I'm eating what the phase makes for me, so I'm just resting. I'm tired, and I really don't feel like doing anything. I'd be so happy to know my boy could have safe food again. It's better for him than what the phase provides, I think. But I killed the plants. They're dead, and I can't make them better.
The woman's eyes brim with tears, and she can't continue the conversation.
Maybe the phase is making them stay in this condition on purpose. I use this replicator.
The machine whirs, lights blink, and a pre-packaged container of food is deposited on the tray.
Okay, guess I'll pick it up. Don't intend on eating it, but...
The box of prepared food is light and compact.
You can do something with it, maybe? Can I use this computer?
I think this machine is more up your alley, Dr. McCoy.
Okay. And McCoy used this.
This seems to be a non-emergency medical station. A first aid stop, you might say. Jim, I think if I check it out with my tricorder as a translation device, I might begin to better understand these people.
Okay. Tricorder it is.
This computer gives me some standards against which to correlate data, Jim. These people are humanoid, certainly. But it would be a dangerous mistake to assume specific details of treatment would be the same. I can even use this workspace to concoct medicine if I've got the stuff to work with.
Cool. Haven't found anyone needing medicine yet, but if we ever do, I know where to look.
A computer terminal with various access ports.
Okay, so,
a large machine made from a red metal.
Okay. Oh yeah. We gotta remember to talk to the rest of the crew members to hear what they think. So that can sometimes give clues as to what to do next.
Captain, I think that woman looks like someone we should talk with.
Captain, it appears that the inhabitants of this ship take it as given that food and medication go naturally together. With all respect to Dr. McCoy, I would dislike having a physician medicating all food that passed my lips.
Captain, I'm seeing all these people as being under medication, or needing to be. And they're all unhealthy in one way or another. It really doesn't surprise me that they associate food and medicine. Their veins are probably always swimming with some chemical stew.
The food supply may be at the crux of the problem on the ship. I recommend a close examination of the ship's food whenever possible.
Well, we happen to have some, so might as well scan it.
A reprocessed cellulose-based container with prepared nutritional components inside, appropriate as a meal for one individual. In addition, the food appears to be laced with a variety of drugs, which Dr. McCoy could better analyze than I.
Okay, then medical tricorder.
As a meal, the food in this little box is a tad high in carbohydrates by human nutritional standards. Still, it would supply about 1/4 to 1/3 of a day's average caloric needs and includes protein, fats, fiber, bit of spices and flavorings, There are also drugs in the food, some of which we added, you know. It's quite heavy on the alkaloid tranquilizers.
Well, yeah, the food is laced with drugs. Talking to her
Hi
one
there,
more
I'm
time.
Captain J. You look so sad. Would it help to tell?
Do you have any children, sir? I do, a son, and I've just not treated him right. Tried to do right, but everything died, and I can't give him what he wants, what I think he needs.
A mother's job can be difficult. I'm sure you did your best for your son. Would you tell me about him? What is it you can't give him?
Little Stam Bob. I tried to feed him right, give him safe food. He really likes fresh fruit. Now he can't have it anymore, and it's all my fault.
Ma'am, hold on to this idea. It may not be your fault at all. We'll try to help. You have my word. Your son still loves you just for trying. Of that I'm certain. He wouldn't want you to be so sad. Ma'am, hold on to this idea.
The woman's eyes brim with tears, and she can't continue the conversation.
Okay, so if I can find fresh fruit to give to Stan Bob, maybe she'll feel better. Keep going this direction. Oh, didn't even see this door here. Any fruit in this place? Are you following us?
These plants look green and healthy, with strong stems and shiny leaves.
Can't really see any. Oh, this one doesn't look very healthy.
These plants look brown, pinched, and wilted, although their root systems are as well developed as those in the other hydro bins. Attached is a sealed metal keg with a feeder hose attachment on top. A trace of greenish mold rims the connection joint.
Okay. Can I use any of this?
A veritable Garden of Eden.
Beware of serpents, Jim.
Being born on Earth in an agricultural district has prepared you to recognize when certain plants are not thriving. That definitely describes these plants. Not thriving. The stems are shrunken, the leaves yellowish, and many have fallen off. The plant clearly tried to set some kind of fruit, but the little blackish-green balls couldn't possibly qualify as becoming anything edible in the foreseeable future.
So these are plants that produce fruit. Wish there was easier way to identify if there was one that already had them. Maybe if I scanned it.
I'm just a simple country doctor, not a magician. There are some things I just can't fix.
Various plants grown in a specialized, nutrient-rich medium.
How about you, Spock? Can you use the computer?
There is nothing on the work console. Proceed with your work.
Put something on the work console, then maybe the food?
No, I don't think. No, I.
Maybe I need to make this plant grow better?
Being born on
The ceiling look. A veritable garden.
Beware of serpents, Jim.
The ceiling look.
The ceiling supports a complex network of pipes with a large countertop well suited as a work.
Gotta do a little bit of pixel hunting to see what I can interact with. There was in the couple chapters ago, there was a terrain that really didn't make it very evident which part of it was different. So now I kind of don't trust the background art anymore. thanks to that. There might be something really hidden that I just need to click on the right thing.
These plants look green and healthy. These.
Okay, they all have leaves and stems, but no fruit.
The ceiling support.
Okay. Yeah, can I pick up any of the...
No effect. No effect.
Pick up your blocks.
Although evidently an adult, Jakesy looks as stricken as any child, his eyes filling with fearful tears.
My blocks! Don't take nice blocks, please!
Captain, I don't think it would be right to take these away from him.
Perhaps we could find something he'd take in exchange, Captain.
The adult with a youngster's mind holds his arms out to you.
Would you like a teddy bear? Hey, thank you.
Soft. Nice. You get blocks now?
He gathers together the blocks and gives them out to you.
Okay, thanks.
You get blocks now?
Yeah.
He smiles broadly as you take the blocks. No effect.
I think I get the yellow.
No effect.
I get the feeling these blocks are more than just toys. Let me scan them.
The blocks are an unusual organic substance high in compounds of phosphorus, nitrogen, ammonia, and calcium. In this form, the chemicals are inert and make a practical non-toxic toy.
Organic substances? Can I scan with the medical tricorder then?
Do you really expect me to analyze this, Jim?
I don't know. Okay, let me try using this on that workbench. There you go.
Inert organics including phosphorus, nitrogen, ammonia, and calcium compounds. In this form, impractical to use as fertilizing nutrients.
In this form, impractical to use as fertilizing nutrients. What are you doing? Well, maybe if I change their forms, I can use it to fertilize this plant. Dig in.
Inert organics including phosphorus, nitrogen, ammonia, and calcium compounds. In this form, impractical to use as fertilizing nutrients.
So what can I do then with these blocks? Can I fire them or obey them?
Stop for a moment. I think there must be some better method to this. Perhaps we ought to place the blocks inside the container first, so the volatile compounds do not disperse into the air.
Yeah, I was just thinking about vaporizing or destroying them with phaser, but yeah, Spock's right. It would be a mess. Maybe I can open this box and put this in the box.
Do you have some intention in mind when doing this, or is it just a random play with the blocks type of thing?
Come on. I'm doing my best here. I'm just trying things out. Some kind of container. I don't remember seeing any. Yeah, what's the arrow pointing in? Get the feeling they are going to get in our way at some point. They just keep following us around. Put the food on the table.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Maybe if I give the food to someone, I can have the empty box.
I suppose I could eat something. I think it makes me feel better, even though I'm such a bad mother. Such a bad person.
Oh. Took everything, okay.
Hi there, I'm Captain. Are you feeling all right? You look so sad. Would it help to... Are you feeling all right?
I'm a bad mother.
Who died? What?
I did it. I'm a bad person.
A mother's job can be difficult. Why do you think you were the one who killed the plants? Have you even looked? A mother's job can be difficult. I'm sure you did your best for your son. Why do you...
I'm eating what the phase makes for me, so...
The woman's eyes brim with...
I guess I'll try getting some more of the food from the replicator.
The machine whirs, lights blink, and a The box of...
Maybe giving the food to someone isn't the right answer.
No, I don't think...
A light scans the food box and the computer screen lights up.
The food in this box has been prepared with standard quantities of tranquilizing alkaloids, calmatives, and euphorics. The drugs and chemicals added in preparation cannot be extracted without degradation of their potency.
Okay. What if I use the phaser on the box?
It quickly becomes overcooked and is destroyed.
Even on stun, I gotta get another box. Okay. Well, I guess I'll save after getting this box, and just in case I do.
The machine word.
I think I can get unlimited amounts. Or maybe there's some other container that I can use to put those blocks in. Maybe I'll try talking to Stem Bob again to see what his name is? Yeah, what's his Stem Bob? I wonder if I'll need this King's Scepter or something. If I put something on the table, will he make him mad?
Save need replace.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Do you have some in...
Okay. Can I go... Oh, I can go south here, yeah, I remember.
Welcome back.
I don't think I can go that way. So this would be the oratory that they spoke of. Okay. Are these other boxes? I can't look.
Hi there, remember me?
I don't think I should talk to you.
I'm Bob. Okay. I guess I can't do anything with him until I found food to give him, and then his mother will feel better.
Protect me! They're after me!
We'll hurt ya, so just stay back.
We really don't want...
Okay, remember.
See here, Captain Claw. I told you those Federation scum would be nosing around behind our backs.
The Klingon observers seem interested in remaining to watch what goes on here.
Pick this up.
Jim, given the mental states of these people, the less damage we do to their environment, the better.
In other words, Doctor, if we don't need something for our mission, we shouldn't touch it.
That's my recommendation.
Captain, I think as long as Tusken interferes, we will not be able to determine the source of his problems. If Dr. McCoy cannot treat him, perhaps I should attempt to examine him through a mind meld.
That is a good idea, but he needs to be in contact with him to perform our mind meld. Maybe can Spock use the Vulcan nerve pinch to put these guys out?
Look out, Rackaback! They're up to no good!
Hey, what you trying to do?
Nothing, just gonna touch your neck real quick.
You stay away from my brother. What do you want with him? Do you want to...
Okay, I guess that won't work. Bribe him with food?
Yeah, that looks good. And I am hungry. But Tusken always said not to eat nothing Maul didn't say was okay. Thank you anyway, but I can't take that food.
What about you?
Yeah, that looks good. And I'm hungry. But Tusken always said not to eat nothing Maul didn't say was okay.
Who's Maul
And
again?
I'd rather fight you anyway. That's even more fun than eating.
Okay, maybe the blocks?
That's a novel idea.
Okay.
That's a
Who is Maul? Is that the woman or the king?
away! You're
That's Rabe.
I'm Captain James T. Kirk.
Nobody's really in charge.
Renagog.
The phase?
Yeah.
Why don't you just tell me what's going on here?
We've been doing fine for 1,000 generations, Captain, maybe more. We're happy here, just waiting for the ship to return to the builders. that's the promised time when we come home. We don't need any help.
Who are the builders?
Whoa, people who have been in this condition for thousands of generations.
Let's get back to the main subject. Maybe you can tell me who are the builders?
The builders are the builders, of course. Us, but a long time ago. The phase can explain it better. I get confused sometimes. The builders built the oratory. The room there to the south, they built the garden north. If you're hungry or if your head ain't feeling right, there's food and such in the hall. Through there, the west door. The rest hall is through the east door, but you might have to wait for one of the beds. The builders were just so logical. They thought...
You know, Jim, I don't think there's much...
Okay.
Go away! You'll...
Can't stand a dirty table, eh? Okay. Scan the table.
The table is a sturdy construct of manufactured organic and inorganic products. 0.7366 meters high, 2.2 meters wide, and 4.641 meters long. In short, there's nothing special about it.
That's what you think. And they say I'm the crazy one.
Very precise measurements.
A potted plant. A potted plant.
Can we do something with this?
I didn't know you had a green thumb, Jim.
I'm from Iowa, Bones. We've been farmers for centuries.
No effect. No effect. A potted plant.
I don't think these are the plants that will produce the fruits that Embog wants.
Welcome back.
I think there's any more talking to you.
We appreciate your desire.
Yeah. Can't do anything with this.
You believe this was some kind of electronic device, a reader or computer interface, but it looks completely destroyed.
Maybe this was destroyed and caused the artificial intelligence to malfunction and was not taking good care anymore of the crew in this ship. And that's why everyone's in this state now. I'm guessing I might have to do something in that room before the Klingons arrive. They kind of arrive after a few seconds. Maybe there's a time factor here.
Methinks you peasants should know your place and speak only when royalty speaks first to you.
That's not. Is she the...
Hi there, I'm Captain. Are you feeling all right? Hi there.
I'm called Ma.
Oh, that is
the
Ma.
woman's eye.
Don't worry, Captain Kirk. If I have something to say to you, I'll speak up. You can be quite sure of that.
Yeah, seems like there are some rooms where I can't be without them spying on us. Yeah, so those guys defending Tusken said that they wouldn't touch food unless she said was okay. They did say they were hungry, so maybe if I find food for Stembob, I can find food for them as well, and they will let me through, and Spock can mind meld with Tusken. But...
No, I don't think that's necessary.
I'll try bribing the king with the food, I guess. This
Our royal taster seems to be elsewhere. We will not eat any food that is not approved by the royal taster.
Okay.
The light bar connection is faulty, and only the wire is holding it in place.
Fire it.
Captain, that action.
Okay. Scan this light bar. Maybe we'll give a hint.
A meter-long, electrically powered illuminative device with attachments at each end to access the power grid. The nearer attachment is cracked and does not seat firmly. Consequent irregularities of the power flow have damaged the light bar, and it is likely to fail in the near future.
Yeah, but how does that help us?
It is a grid work over a recessed lighting mechanism.
Away, varlet!
I don't see how...
These two individuals may be able to tell us something, Captain.
Captain, the man in that throne-like chair seems to be staring at me. Perhaps I should try to talk to him.
See, talking to everyone might sometimes gives a hint as to what to do.
I'd like to examine these two individuals, Captain.
Okay, examine them first, then I'll have Uhura talk to him.
Remember, this is a new race, Captain. While these people are clearly... This individual is a bit elderly, but not in too bad shape when you take that into account. He seems to be suffering some brain lesions that might be genetically linked. Nerve degeneration in the lower back.
Okay. Probably from sitting around too much. What about you?
I believe this person has reached adulthood physically, Jim. But brain activity scans suggest he may have suffered a failure to mature intellectually.
Uhura, you talk to the king.
What a noble-looking woman. You have my permission to speak.
Okay.
What a noble... You stand out remarkably, bearing yourself like a queen. Yet these Carls do not treat you as royalty. Surely you have royal blood flowing in your veins?
Bloodlines do not dictate who we listen to. We weigh a person's worth by their actions. My leader here is Captain Kirk, an admirable man. Speak with him. My ancestors ruled in the lands of Kush and Timbuktu. We may speak as peers, you and I.
I wonder.
Royalty recognizes royalty, does it not? Look on me and decide for yourself. You will know.
Did I try tricking him into thinking we are royalty?
Bloodlines do not dictate. My ancestors ruled in the lands of Kush and Timbuktu. We may speak as peers.
Try this.
Oh, I am so glad to find another of royal blood. I am so tired of sitting here all the time, but whenever I leave, thralls and lesser folk plant their fundaments on the great throne, and that's just not acceptable. I know you'll mind the proprieties and not let anyone else sit on the throne. And now, I'll finally be able to go and get some rest.
Uh-huh. Guessing that's progress. Maybe now I can grab this.
You managed to untwist a length of wire and a light bar.
Still don't know what I'm going to do with these, but I guess that counts as progress. Wire and a light bar. I guess, yeah, I should save.
Save new, replace previous.
Wire and a light bar.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
I don't think there. Yeah, there's. It doesn't seem like there's any lights missing. I use the wire here to repair this somehow.
No, I don't think.
Welcome back.
Go away.
No, I don't. No.
I mean, there are bound to be some points where I'll just randomly try things. Let's see what happens.
A table.
Okay. I think I can pick
No.
up. What's over here again? Oh yeah, the food. And here comes the Klingon. Yep. That's the plants. Okay. Use the wire on the.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Maybe I would have to use the wires in the light bar at different places. Yeah, see how they appeared a few seconds later? And I'm guessing I'll have to do something in the meantime.
No effect.
Welcome back.
Sometimes trying to not pick up the body, but using the get icon on a person might try to see what they're carrying. So just wanted to see if she had something important. I tried talking to people here. In different, they say different things in different screens, so.
I find the room fascinating, Captain. Worthy of close examination in every regard. I would suggest that Dr. McCoy examine the woman lying on the floor.
Yeah, already did that.
That woman appears to need medical attention.
Someone seems to have been quite indiscriminate about damaging everything they could reach in here.
This computer is psychologically unstable. I wonder if illogic...
Captain, this computer shows no attention to logical principles. Therefore, I must conclude that demonstrations of illogic would have little impact upon it.
Huh. Yeah, it won't work like those androids where you try saying a paradox and they'll short circuit. Yeah, I don't think this should.
I'm sorry, Jim, but I'm not.
Yeah. Let me try speaking to people here.
A hydroponics room, Captain. The console against the wall appears to be a workbench.
A shame there aren't any flowers, Captain, but the lushness of the greenery is still very pleasant.
This might be a nice little garden if they added some rustic wooden benches and a little fountain, I guess.
This reminds me of the Arboretum on Calliope 3, except the equipment didn't look this advanced.
Being born on Earth in an agricultural...
Not a lot of time until they show up. Let's see here. Try to talk to them here.
We have to find a way to help these people.
I find the situation in this room disturbingly irrational at first impression, Captain. I suggest we endeavor to understand what we see around us in order to make a sensible analysis.
Captain, individuals on this ship appear to be suffering, perhaps from certain mental disorders. Were I to examine them, I might be able to determine something more.
I think I already examined everyone.
Captain, this place gives me the willies. I feel like I'm on a yellow alert without knowing why.
A set of books.
I don't think
no effect.
Yeah, that won't help.
No effect.
Get away from my table! You'll get it dirty!
Standard Starfleet phaser. Set for kill.
Destroy your table? You get mad?
That would not be a prudent action, Captain.
Okay. I mean, I'm slowly making progress, but sometimes... Oh, King's resting over there. But sometimes something will happen that, okay, now I don't want to do what to do next. You do something with him? Mind meld with the King, maybe? Scan him?
The elderly alien blinks as he awakens, and then scowls furiously.
You, the long-faced priest, bothering me again? And your queenly dark companion? Well, speak up, my lady. Why are you not guarding the royal throne?
Your most puissant majesty, I left the throne warded by the royal guardian, Confucius. who will not permit the unworthy to sit there without first establishing the quality of their bloodlines and noble privileges.
Uhura good at improvising.
As a queen in my own right, I do not act according to your wishes. However nobly inspired, my royal brother. I'm sure, your most puissant majesty, I left the throne.
The elderly alien looks slightly puzzled.
You think us a fool, do you? We know the builders included no lion spirits in our home. Enough is enough!
Uh-oh. Oh, well, I already got the light bar anyways. I guess it doesn't matter if he goes back there.
This seems like a relatively comfortable place to take a rest, but you've got more important things to do.
Hi there, remember me?
I don't think I should...
If I give you this food.
The youngster wrinkles his nose at the box of food.
Okay, he doesn't want it. I'm talking to him.
As institutionalized as this room appears, Captain, you can see people have done a few things to make it more their own. I wouldn't be surprised if people stash trinkets away. Things that have use and meaning to no one but them. Then again, I am definitely not going to suggest we go looking. Some of these beds don't appear to have been changed in longer than I want to think about. However, if someone wants to show us one of their little treasure boxes, I'll bet it's been well hidden.
Maybe if we give something to Stenbob here, you'll show us something?
I think the youngster looks a little wan, either from lack of the right foods or insufficient exercise, and there don't seem to be others his age he could pal around with.
I believe this room shows that this was in fact a sleeper ship, Captain. Notice the beds. They appear to be in general use now, but show every evidence of being cryo-sleep pods initially.
Well, the people were originally in hibernation?
A sleeper ship. Is there a more primitive way to achieve star travel?
There are generation ships, Captain. Although I hesitate to engage in speculation, these people might have been the descendants of the original passengers, not the passengers themselves.
Given what I've seen, Spock, I don't think they'd survive as a generation ship. I'm surprised they've survived as long as they have.
An astute observation, Doctor. I am impressed.
As much as I hate to break up this newly formed Mutual Admiration Society, we have work to do.
Okay. Yeah, so are they the original passengers that just have been mentally corrupted, or are they descendants that have been taken care of by that computer from birth? Try scanning him.
This individual is a juvenile in good condition, although mildly undernourished. There's no immediate danger, but there's some traits that should be watched. He's healthy now, both mentally and physically, but he's at some risk if he's put under too much stress.
Yeah, he says he's malnourished, probably because he hasn't been eating the correct food. I pick up this blanket.
You notice that the coarse weave of the blanket is a bit scratchy, but it feels like it would be thick and warm.
Oh, okay, it is a new. Put the blocks in the blanket.
Do you have some intention in mind?
Well, no. Anytime you get a new object in these point-and-click adventures, that's more possibilities for doing something, so it's always a plus. I think there's anything else. Yeah, Uhura suggested that whatever treasure box someone might have is probably hidden. Now what to do with this blanket?
Protect me. Will we
How do I get past you two?
See here, Captain Claw. I told you those
The Klingon...
Captain Kirk, dealing with Tuskens should be your first priority.
Yeah, but I don't know how to get to him.
You want help from me? That's a laugh. My captain evidently regards you rather highly, though. I'll just say that Rackaback rogue is clearly asking for a drubbing. I knew someone just like him back in basic training.
Maybe I should just fight them.
Save new. Replace previous.
Are you out of your gourd, Jim? That hulking brute will rip your limbs off.
I mean, Kirk has done quite a bit of fighting in the original series. He know how to brawl.
I don't want to fight you. Got no reason to.
Okay. What about you, Spock?
Look out, Rackaback!
Hey!
What?
Looks too healthy for me to be willing to cross him.
You drug him or something? Whoa. Whoa, game crashed. Yikes. Not expecting that.
Load a previously saved game.
I think I just saved. Okay. The blanket on him?
Fiendishly subtle, indubitably clever, and completely unexpected, which means nothing happens. Fiendishly...
Okay.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Use everything with everything. That's slowly reaching that point.
No, I don't. No, I. No.
Yeah, what? Why would I need the blanket? I'll probably need this at some point.
Pieces of wood and plastic.
Originally part of the toy.
The chess game has been scattered across the floor and the board broken.
Can I pick it up?
No effect.
I'm more interested in a good fight than in talking.
I listened to my brother Rackaback and to my friend Tuscan. They say we have to protect this room and keep anyone from getting into it.
Watch what you say, Cormacan. You know I trust you.
He's just afraid, that's all.
Gotta do something about this big guy, but maybe I can convince the Klingons to attack him.
Captain Kirk, dealing with Tuscan should...
You want help from me? That's a laugh. My captain evidently regards you rather highly, though.
I mean, if I were here, I'd just use phasers on stun. Not an option, apparently.
No, I don't.
That's a novel.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Try talking to people.
Captain Tuscan bullies everyone. I think he's afraid of everyone, and that includes us. We should find a way to calm him down, I think. There must be some practical way. Perhaps we just need to see how he reacts to things, and then we can make a plan.
Maybe try doing something with him instead of these two?
I must admit I've met friendlier people, Bones.
Drug therapy. Primitive 21st century medicine. The people who built this ship must have thought that filling a person's bloodstream with chemicals could solve every medical problem.
Captain, I think as long as Tuscan interferes, we will not be able to determine the source of his problems. If Dr. McCoy cannot treat him, perhaps I should attempt to examine him through a mind meld.
This Tuscan seems paranoid, trying to control everything. He's got a great fear of anyone fooling around with his mind. If he were a crew member, I'd suggest tranquilizers and a lot of examinations.
What if I stun him?
It is fascinating how desperate situations can inspire...
Come on, okay. Yeah, I don't think I can just use...
As long as he remains conscious, his extreme paranoia will prevent a mind meld with him.
Yeah, but how am I going to stun him without the stun phaser? And I can't drug the food and give it to them, they won't accept it.
Go away! You'll hurt me like you hurt them! I know! You're out to get me! Keep away from me! Keep away from me!
I mean, I'm sensing that I need to first render him unconscious and then use Spock on him to get to him, but how will I render him unconscious? What if I attack the Klingons? Provoke a firefight here.
Fascinating. Yeah. I had not thought you...
Okay.
Captain, that...
Okay. Just wanted to see what happened. What would happen.
The chess game had...
Maybe I should go look around for another place to use these items. They say this should have been my first priority, but not seeing a lot of stuff to do here. I wonder if I can get the king to sleep here again if I talk to him. If I use the...
Go away! I'm busy. My table must be kept clean.
Okay. Slowly running out of ideas. Hey, where's the king?
Don't worry, Captain.
Captain, it appears that the inhabitants of this ship take it as...
Yeah, I think I already...
The food supply may be at the crux of the problem.
Captain, I think that will...
Captain, I'm seeing all these people as being under...
Yeah, we already talked to everyone here. Any place that I haven't talked to everyone? I think we already, talked to everyone here. Talk to everyone here. And here. Yeah, and where'd the king go? He's not nowhere to be found. There's usually like something that I missed, like in one...
This seems pointless.
One object that I could have picked up, or that I didn't know I could pick up, or something that I could interact with that I didn't know. It's all a matter of making sure I got everything.
An ordinary chair, originally similar to others in the room, except someone has nailed the legs onto a raised platform, increased the height of the back, widened the seat and glued on broad and blocky arms. Bright paint in red and purple and gold gives it a garish appearance. You think it's meant to look impressive, but it just looks rather pathetic. A piece of cloth.
I mean, I already have a piece of cloth, but...
I don't see...
A book. Noticing that you're looking, Jakesy smiles broadly at you. A normal look.
Any more switches on walls that I haven't? Can I?
No, I don't think. No, I don't.
The plants show no indication they want to play with the blocks.
Okay.
No, I don't. No, I...
Sometimes, yeah,
no,
sometimes
I don't.
Using objects randomly works.
No, I don't.
Come across. What if I talk to you?
My aide and I are merely observing both you and conditions on this ship. Should I have an observation to share with you, I will certainly not hesitate to do so.
Why would I want to chit-chat you treacherous Federation snake?
Fine. So yeah, it's really a matter of making sure I really ran out of things to interact with, things to pick up, and people to talk to. What are these?
A sealed metal keg with a feeder hose attachment on top. A trace of greenish mold rims the connection joint.
Yeah, can I do anything with that?
No effect. The feeder hose comes free and a mechanism pulls it out of the way. But a terrible stench rises out of the container, smelling like many things died in there long ago.
Yikes. Wait, so do I have a new object? What is that?
This 40-liter capacity metal keg is constructed of steel with non-reactive alloy lining. The round opening for the feeder attachment is just under 10 centimeters in diameter. Inside is an uncomplicated life form, and it appears to fill the interior of the keg.
Uncomplicated life form, so... What is it, though?
A round metal keg with a feeder hose attachment on top.
Is this fertilizer? Can I put the blocks in this?
Do you have some intention in...
Scan this. Oh.
The nutrient broth in this container has become contaminated. It should be disinfected before the container can be reused.
Okay. Okay, got a little bit unstuck, making a little bit of progress. Can I disinfect it with the phaser?
That is not logical, Captain. The stun setting will not sterilize the container.
Can I use the kill setting then? Save first before.
Save new game.
In case
Replace previous.
Dematerialize something important.
The container heats up rapidly and foul-smelling smoke pours out of the small opening on the top.
Okay.
This container must be refilled with nutrient broth before it is replaced for use.
Two feeder hoses roll out on wired mechanisms and insert into the container. From one flows a clear liquid nearly filling the container. The other hose just makes burping noises.
So it ran out of I guess the fertilizer. It's just water. Maybe if I put the blocks now, it will work.
Your juggling skills aren't that spectacular, to judge by the looks you're getting from the other members of the crew.
I'm not trying to juggle the blocks. Come on. I pick it up.
You take the metal keg.
Can I use blocks with metal keg?
Do you have some intent?
Okay. Use this with the metal keg.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Okay, slowly making progress. I guess it's filled with water now? Check.
A round metal keg with a feeder hose attachment on top.
Yeah, I gotta do something with this.
No, I don't think... No, I don't think...
Scan it again just to see if anything changed.
It is filled with a dense but nutrient-poor liquid medium. This is a typical means of root support and nutrient delivery for hydroponically grown plants.
Yeah, I'm guessing I need to put some nutritional thing in that keg and put it in the plant to make the plants grow again. And these blocks...
The blocks are an unusual organic substance, high in compounds of phosphorus.
Yeah, these blocks are nutrition, but I can't use it in this form. And I could try using the phasers, but...
Captain, stop for a moment. I think there must be some better method to this.
Put the place...
Perhaps we ought to place the blocks inside the container first, so the volatile compound...
Tried putting it in the container, it didn't work.
Do you have some...
Maybe I could put the container back here.
No, I don't think...
nutrients.
Yeah.
A single
keep trying.
feeder hose.
Open it.
Inadequate.
Maybe I can put the
A
blocks
single
wherever this hose is coming from. Oh, hey, it worked.
The blocks fit through the opening, splashing as they plunge into the liquid.
Maybe I misclicked and maybe I clicked the block somewhere else instead of the box. What now?
Inadequate dissolution of nutrients in liquid medium.
Okay, maybe now I use the phasers. Stun setting?
I do not believe the stun setting is powerful enough to break the chemical bonds in the blocks.
Okay, kill setting it is then. Just was worried that I might vaporize everything again.
The container heats up slowly and the sound of bubbling echoes from inside. You stop and the container quickly cools.
I think that did it, Captain.
Yeah, that's, I guess, kind of cooking, using the phasers to cook the blocks of nutrients. Okay, how about now?
This container of nutrient broth is ready for use.
Okay.
You take the metal keg.
Try putting it in the plants thing now.
You settle the container back into the niche it was removed from. The feeder hose, looking shiny and clean, rides out on some mechanism and reattaches to the newly filled container. You hear gurgling and see the nutrient broth begin swirling through the liquid medium. The dying plants seem to perk up before your very eyes.
Cool. Now what?
These plants look green and healthy. These plants...
It says they're green, but they still look brown to me. Maybe the woman will feel better if I show her that the plant is better now. Where is she? Oh, that did look like progress, so... Try talking to her again now.
Hi there, I'm Captain. Are you feeling all right, ma'am? You look so sad. Hi there, I'm Captain James.
I'm called Ma.
The woman's eye.
Hi there, are you feeling all right, ma'am?
I'm a bad mother.
Who died?
I did it.
A mother's job. Why do you think you were the...
I'm eating what the phase makes for me, so I'm just...
The woman's eyes.
Maybe I need to wait a little while and come back to that place with the plants. Yeah, talking to her didn't do anything different. Oh hey, did change. Is it bearing fruit now?
The nutrient additive is making these fruit-bearing plants grow at an astonishing rate.
Okay.
Jim, we don't have time for that now.
Okay, maybe I'll have to wait a little while longer and it'll grow fruit, and I can give the fruit to Stem Bob and make some more progress. Let's wander around a little bit. How about now? Oh hey! You got fruits.
The red fruit comes free easily, dropping into your hand like it belongs there.
What are you doing? Go away. Stop following us. Darn Klingons. Yeah, let me save since I
Save, new, replace, delete, previous, replace.
got some new objects. Made some progress. Here you go. Have some fruit.
I shouldn't trust you. My mom always says never talk to strangers. I always do what my mom says.
Okay, maybe I'll give the fruit to the mob and she'll give it to him.
He got the plants to give fruit again, and I'd given up. Oh, I'm so happy. But I don't want to eat this. My son loves fruit, can't get enough, and I want him to have this. Please take it to him. He should be playing in the sleeping hall. I've warned him about not talking to strangers, but it's all right if you do so. You can tell him I said it was okay.
Okay. I guess now we gave the fruit to the boy. Wonder if the two Tusken's bodyguards also mentioned being hungry. Maybe they will want some fruit as well. I do have 3.
This is for me? Wow, thank you. Mom would really be happy. She has been so sad about not being able to give me what I like to eat. Even though I told her it was okay, she was really, really sad. Now she'll be really happy. Thank you.
There we go. Okay. Can you talk to us now? Maybe show us something you have hidden?
Hi there, remember me?
Uh-huh. I remember. You want to ask me about something.
Tell me about Tusken and his friends. Tell me about the playroom. Tell me about your mom. I think that's all for now, Stan Bob. Go on back to what you were doing. Maybe we can talk later. Tell me about Tusken and his friends.
Yeah, I want to know all about all of these.
Tusken and his friends aren't nice to me. They're nice to my mom because they trust her, though. She's the only one that brings them food. Sometimes she brings me safe food, too, but she hasn't lately. I get pretty hungry because the safe food I put away in a secret place isn't any good anymore.
Tell me about Tusken and tell me about the playroom.
Put safe food away in a place?
It's through there, through the east door. Tusken and his friends have taken it over. They play mean, except they don't play mean to my mom. That's on account of they think she won't let the food be bad.
Tell me about Tusk. Tell me about your mom. Tell me about the food.
Oh yeah, new dialogue.
Tell me about your mom.
Her name's Mom. She takes care of the garden, but she gets real sad a lot. She brings me fresh fruit, says it's good for me. I like fresh fruit, whole bunches. She hasn't brought me any in a while, and what I put away in a secret place isn't looking good anymore.
Tell me about Tusken and his friends.
Put away some food and probably rotten by now.
Tell me about the food.
The food out of the machines can make me feel really sleepy and not very good. Mom says it's because of the stuff they put in the food. Tusken says it's poison and won't take any food from anyone but my mom. I put some good food away in a secret place, but the food doesn't look so good anymore. Do you want to see?
Sure, why don't you show us?
There you go.
The youngster opens a hidden cabinet near him, and a sour smell like rotting fruit flows from the opening.
See, it went bad.
Picking it up.
It's slippery, sloppy, stinky, and goopy, but you collect what's there into a large specimen bag.
I wonder, can I give this to the others and to the two big guys, and maybe they'll pass out? Food poisoning?
Save new, replace previous.
Slowly making progress, but at least I'm not stuck anymore.
Protect me. They're after me.
We'll hurt ya.
We really...
How can I convince them that...
See here, Captain Claw. I told you those Federation scum...
The Klingon...
Okay, how can I convince them that this food... Oh, I don't even have a regular fruit anymore, so I guess... Here you go, have this.
This is gratuitous use of guck and goo. Ew.
I guess...
This is fiendishly subtle, indubitably...
Okay. Okay, that didn't work.
This is gratuitous.
Throw it at him. Maybe I'll try showing this food to Maul. I don't know what to do about the light bar and the wire, but only making progress. Yeah, the way things are going, this might not be the finale. I might need another stream for another chapter. This looks like this whole chapter this chapter will take up the entire stream. It's making very slow progress, but oh well.
She looks at you with disgust and refuses the food.
I'm not trying to give the food, but can I pick up more fresh fruits in the garden?
The red fruit comes free easily.
Okay. Yeah, what do I do with this then?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
I mean, I'm assuming that the fruit was going to be important because you kind of, in the point-and-click adventures, you kind of have to try and follow the same steps as the game designers did, like the flow charts of the puzzles. What did I do? What did that do? What did that do? And yeah, I got all that, did all that thing to get the fruits, to get to this guy, to get access to the bad fruits. So now it can't be a dead end. It has to. That bad fruit has to do something.
Save new game. Replace pre.
Protect me. Will we?
Try and giving them normal food, just to see what happens.
See here, Captain Claw.
Yeah, that looks good. And I'm hungry. But Tuscan all...
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, same thing.
This is gratuitous. This is grat. This is.
I guess I could try scanning it.
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
This one.
Do you really expect me to analyze this gem?
This is grat. This is grat. This is.
Okay, what can I do with this goop? This gooey food. Throw a tomato at it.
I am hungry. So hungry. It looks like good, wholesome. It's a trick. I don't take nothing from nobody but Maul. Only Maul doesn't trick me. And Maul hasn't been able to get the plants to bear fruit for a long time.
If I give him this, then.
This is gratuitous.
I am hungry. But I don't take nothing from nobody. Nobody but Maul.
Okay, maybe I try talking to Maul. Now that I fed her son, maybe she'll be happy and agree to help me with Tuscan and his bodyguards. Don't feel like I'm going to use those rotten fruits or something. This is over here. And wait for the Klingons to show up. Yeah, so far their presence haven't really influenced anything. Wait, what?
The youngster Stambob comes to the doorway.
Mom, these nice people got me some fruit. It's fresh and everything, so you don't need to be sad anymore.
Son, I'm so glad. It means the plants are healthy again, and you won't have to eat food I'm not sure is good for you. Thank you, strangers.
I'm going back to my room, Mom. But I wanted you to know.
Okay. Guess that's progress.
I have to thank you again for what you did for my son. I was feeling so depressed because I couldn't give him the fruit I know is better for him than what the Fays make in the machinery. I don't trust the machinery food, and that's why I tended the garden, made fresh food. Even Tuscan will eat food I give to him, and he doesn't trust anyone. If you ever need help, just show me what you want to give him.
I want your help. Guess maybe I'll get her to tell him to eat the bad fruit. that should make render him unconscious at some point.
Cancel, delete, replace preview.
Save again. Especially now that I know that the game can crash at some point.
She looks at you with disgust and refuses.
Tuscan will only accept food from you. You said you'd help us after we helped you. Will you give this to Tuscan?
I don't see how this would accomplish anything for you. He's too paranoid to believe in such a generous action. He'd think there was some kind of trick.
I admire your intent, Captain Kirk. But from what I've seen of Tuscan's behavior, I must agree with the woman. Would you take Klingon's advice for a moment?
Say what you have to say, Captain Klar, and I'll consider it.
Okay, now I stand corrected. Now they will have some influence.
I don't think that's necessary. Say what you have to say, Captain Klar.
The way I see it, you need to take Tuscan out of the picture, but without obviously hurting him. You can probably beat everyone up, but that could be difficult and risky for you as well. Food is a universal gesture, even if it is not always accepted. If you made a powerful tranquilizer or dosed a box of food for the lady here to deliver, he might accept it and go to sleep without alarming his associates. Golmagan, in particular, seems cowed, and this would free him to decide for himself what he thinks of you and us. Something tells me he holds the key to our understanding of this ship and those aboard it.
Okay, maybe. I mean, I've used McCoy to drug something for some guards before. Can he drug the box of food?
As a meal, the food in this little box is a tad high.
How do I do that? This on?
There's nothing there that requires. There's nothing there.
Use this on here.
This fruit is perfectly ripe.
You weren't supposed to eat it, Bones. Come on. You heard the box?
Tuscan will only accept food from you. You said you'd help us after we helped you. Will you give this to Tuscan?
Normal tranquilizer levels don't have a normal effect on Tuscan. They might make him mad, or almost anything. If there was a way to increase the dosage in one box of food, I'd deliver that for you. But this would be trouble.
Okay, how do I increase the doses then?
No, I don't think that's necessary.
I mean, yeah, like I said, McCoy should have tranquilizers in him, in his...
No, I don't think...
She looks...
Can you change the settings?
Captain, I don't think another one would be very useful.
Okay.
Captain, I'm seeing all these people.
Same thing.
I'm not really hungry, Captain.
Hey, you ate the fruit before. I guess maybe that's why he's no longer hungry. What do I do about this light bar and this wire? Put this in here.
A light scans the food box and the computer screen lights up.
The food in this box has been prepared.
Okay, same thing.
No, I don't think...
Put it back and...
Jim, I don't think that would be a good idea. It will just get reprocessed into another meal.
Okay, never mind.
A light scans the blanket, and, after a protracted pause, a mechanical arm pushes it onto the floor where you pick it back up. Evidently, there are some things the machine cannot process into a food box meal.
Oh, so maybe it can process the bad fruit into meal.
Captain, that would not be a logical action.
Come on.
Captain, that...
The light bar?
No, I don't.
I don't know.
No, I don't.
This isn't a matter.
Try getting some more fruit again. I feel I wasted the ones I had. Slowly coming together, but still something missing.
The red fruit comes.
We got a plan at least how to deal with Tusken. I can make food that has tranquilizer. I'll give it to Maul and she'll give it to Tusken and he'll be unconscious. Really?
Save new game. Can't delete previous.
I mean, I do enjoy
replace
playing
previous
these
game.
adventure games, and sometimes, like I said, I kind of have to think in adventure game logic, as it were. I guess it comes with experience. But even though sometimes it takes a little longer than usual to come up with a solution, at least. And yeah, sometimes it just comes with just by luck. I happen to click somewhere that I didn't click before, or I happen to randomly use objects together.
Save new game. Replace previous game.
But yeah, I do worry about streaming point-and-click adventure games because there's always that risk of getting stuck and not progressing for like half an hour to an hour. In other point-and-click adventures, I'd have a guide open. Usually those are games that I've already beaten before, but just forgot how to finish. So okay, if I spent too long without making any progress, then I look up a guide. But since I never beat this game, I'm trying to do it without resorting to a guide. And yeah, there was already a time where I had to stop the stream because I was not making any progress. Like this.
A light scans the fruit and it all disappears into the depths of the machine for processing into a food box meal.
Okay.
Captain, I don't think another one would be very useful.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
This is...
Captain, destroying the equipment.
Not destroying the equipment, destroying the fruits.
No, I don't.
Maybe if I get this cloth dirty somehow. Yeah, I'm gonna try using the fruits on that guy's table. Maybe he'll want to clean it up with the cloth, and that'll get the cloth dirty because the cloth did something with that machine. Or maybe. What if I use the dirty fruit on this table?
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Dang it.
No, I... No, I... No, I... No... No, I don't... No...
Okay, I guess I was on the wrong track there. Feel like there's something to do with this. Food that went bad. Although, yeah, food that went bad wouldn't necessarily be more tranquilizers. I was hoping that would make him go unconscious from food poisoning, but so I guess that's not the plan. The plan is to give him more tranquilizers so he will fall asleep.
There's nothing there that requires a... I've had to eat some pretty strange food since I joined Starfleet, Captain, but this is where I draw the line.
Captain, Vulcans may prefer vegetable foods over animal protein, but this is unpalatable, thank you.
He's offering to everyone here.
I've had to eat some pretty strange food since I joined Starfleet, Captain, but this is where I draw the line.
Okay, same thing.
You may have thought this was a good idea and tell your mind yes, but your mouth and stomach lodge a very emphatic no.
Okay. Yeah, what if I...
The ship's ambient temperature makes the blanket a little too warm to wear. The ship's...
Still don't know what I need the blanket for.
I fail to see what useful purpose that would serve, Captain.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I needed to... Yeah, I got this by taking the king out of the throne. This was just sitting in the room.
I fail to see what useful purpose...
I'll try scanning some of these stuff.
Nothing unusual.
Okay.
Nothing unusual.
Yeah, sometimes scanning your inventory items will reveal more.
Organics in an advanced state of decay, Jim. They're releasing some alkaloids which would induce sleepiness and suggestibility.
Here you go.
However, the first effect this mess would have, assuming anyone was stupid enough to try to eat it, would be extreme nausea. So it would never get into a sane person's system.
Okay, so it is from these fruits that will have the more tranquilizers, but...
Captain, destroying the...
How do I get it into
No,
this?
I don't... No, I don't...
Yeah, putting fruit in this machine worked, but putting the bad fruit did not work. Why?
A light scans the fruit and it all disappears.
Yeah, why didn't it work with this one?
Captain, that would not be a logical action.
Yes, it would. Shut up, Spock.
Captain. Captain, that...
No, let me try.
Tusken will only accept...
No.
I get rid of this box so I can get another?
I'm not really
I'm not really...
I am not...
Captain, I don't think that's...
It's not your decision, Bones, it's mine. I'm going to eat this. I'll take your advice, Bones, and put this food... It's not your decision, Bones.
You eat and it tastes fine. But soon you feel not entirely yourself.
Okay. Want to get rid of this, see what will happen. Let's see now.
Captain, that would not...
Yeah.
No, I don't think that... No, I don't...
The machine whirs, lights blink, and a pre-packaged container of...
Okay. Yeah, putting the...
The box of prepared food is light and compact.
Putting the regular fruit didn't seem to do anything. To get different type of fruit. Okay, so maybe they say, yeah, maybe putting the fruit here is not the right answer. So what do I do then? Some way to separate the compounds of this and to put only the tranquilizers into this box?
No, I don't think that's necessary.
See how though. Wander around a bit. Maybe I'll find something like this. Yeah, let me try.
No, I don't think... No, I... No, I don't.
He already knows the food is bad, so.
I don't want that. If I wanted some, I could have had it any old time. I like fresh food. I thought that was what I was keeping in the box, but it all went goopy.
Yeah.
As a meal, the food in this little box is a tad high in carbohydrates by human. Organics in an advanced state of decay, Jim. They're releasing some alkaloids which would induce sleepiness and suggestibility. However, the first effect this mess would have, assuming anyone was stupid enough.
Why can't I just mix this with the box?
No, I don't think that.
Put it in the box and...
No, I don't.
Captain,
Nothing
to report.
Try talking to them, to the crew, back in the food hall. Or we can just load.
Captain, it appears that the inhabitants of this ship take it.
Okay.
The food supply may be at the crux of the...
Don't worry, Captain Kirk.
Don't bother me.
Captain, I think that woman...
I have to thank you again for what you did for my son.
Yeah, she's the same.
Captain, I'm seeing all these people as being...
I give you
She
this
looks
thing?
at you with...
Thanks, but I'm comfortable. The blanket would make me too warm.
Yeah, there's no one in the ship that looks cold. Right, maybe that guy with holding his knees. Is he cold?
No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't. Maybe I'll use the blanket later. There's something I'm missing. Why did the blanket have an effect on this? No, I don't think that's necessary.
You say other objects say I don't think that's necessary, but if I put the blanket in...
A light scans the blanket, and, after a protracted pause, a mechanical arm pushes it onto the floor where you pick it back up. Evidently, there are some things the machine cannot process into a food box meal.
Yeah, I have the feeling the blanket will be put in this machine, but I gotta do something to the blanket first.
No, I don't think that...
Yeah, but using the blanket with the food, it doesn't...
No, I don't think...
Doesn't work.
No, I don't...
Wait, I thought...
You think I am a fool? Get away from me with that reeking glop!
Here you go.
He refuses it, his lip curling in disdain.
I do not wish to share food with humans or Vulcans. Especially that food.
She looks at you.
Oh, Jim, don't play with your food.
I'm not playing, I'm trying things out. Oh, here we go. Maybe I put the blanket on this work.
You use the blanket to wipe the table perfectly clean.
Table was dirty before? Okay, what if I put...
Oh, Jim. Oh,
I was trying to use the fruit on the table and then use the cloth to wipe the table. What if I use the cloth now?
A light scans the blanket and...
Yeah, something. Okay, yeah, getting the feeling that I'll have to use this to wipe something, and then use the blanket on the tape on this, and this will produce a meal box.
You use the blanket to wipe the table perfectly clean.
Maybe I'll go talk to the other guy. Hey, there's another clean table for you to obsess over.
No, I don't.
Go away. I'm busy.
I don't think I can wipe this table.
Go away. You're breathing on my table.
No, I don't think.
I do something to make his table, this table dirty.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
No.
Get away from my table. You'll get it dirty.
No, I don't.
Someone else maybe on the table.
Get away from my...
No, I don't.
You may have thought...
Vomit on his table if I eat the fruit myself.
Get away from my...
He glances up swiftly, then returns to his careful study of the tabletop.
Go away! You're breathing on my table.
Gotta be something about this table. I'm guessing.
No, I don't.
Yeah. Why did I need this light bar? Yeah.
Grid work over recessed lighting mechanisms. A potted plant. A potted...
Yeah, I don't think I can just get some dirt
No
from
effect.
the plant.
No effect. No effect. No effect. This person is staring at the surface of the table.
Okay, I could wipe that table on the food hall. So I'm guessing that there's something I gotta do with that table. What the?
It's an inelegant design, but nevertheless a good height for an adult to stand up and eat at. You may have thought this was a good...
I've had...
See anything else? Who is on the front of this thing on the arrow, but I don't think there's anything here.
A mechanized food delivery and a mechanized...
I don't think these are anything.
A wan-looking female. A computer terminal with various
Scan this. These fruits.
A light scans the reeking glop, and the computer screen lights up.
The alkaloids present in this organic mass can be reduced to a high-potency tranquilizer.
Here you go.
The undesirable emetics and purgatives can be eliminated. The resultant drug should be mixed with prepared food and eaten to produce a soporific effect. Do you wish to prepare the specified tranquilizer from this mix?
No, skip it. We'll just put this away and go on. Yes, continue.
Done. The drug is prepared. Bring over the food you wish dosed with the drug, and the tranquilizer will be added.
Okay. Finally making some progress. I guess the blanket and the table had nothing to do with it. I just had to use the food, bad fruit on this.
A light scans the food box and the computer screen lights up.
The food in this box has been prepared with standard quantities of tranquilizing alkaloids, calmatives, and euphorics. The drugs and chemicals added in preparation cannot be extracted without degradation of their potency. The high-potency dosage of alkaloid tranquilizer you have prepared may be added now, if you wish.
Go ahead.
Okay, now I wonder, do I add the tranquilizer to the box or to the other fruit? I'll try the box first. I can always reload if it goes wrong. Okay. Wait, oh. What is this?
A reprocessed cellulose-based container with prepared nutritional components inside appropriate as a meal for one individual. In addition, the food has been heavily laced with drugs, particularly in alkaloid tranquilizers.
Okay, maybe that was the right option. So now I use this with her.
Tusken will only accept food from you. You said you'd help us after we helped you. Would you give this to Tusken? It's heavily medicated, but that might help Dr. McCoy here to do something so he's better off.
I'll take this to Tusken now because I trust you. Go back to him and show him your food. He'll call for me, and I'll give him this instead. He'll be a good boy.
Okay. I do have some more of the fruit, so I'll show him the fruit and he'll call for her and she'll give him the medicated. There we go. Unstuck.
Protect me! They're after me!
We'll hurt ya, so just
Yeah. Okay. Save.
Replace.
4 now. Could reload. Something goes wrong, I can always reload the third one.
Captain Kirk, I see our investigations bring us together once more.
The Klingon observers seem interested in remaining to watch what goes on here.
Okay.
I am hungry. So hungry. It looks like good, wholesome. Maul? Where's Maul? I don't take nothing from nobody. Nobody except her. You'd do something to it. Make me different. You'd rewire my head.
Here she is.
Call for me, Tusken? I thought you might be hungry, so I brought you something you could safely eat. You know you can trust me, Tusken.
Yeah, I know I can. And I am hungry. Didn't want to eat something I couldn't be sure of, though. Give me that.
Yeah, you can trust her.
Now I want to take a nap. Maul, you watch out for me, okay?
There we go. Okay. Can we talk to him now?
I listened to my brother Rackaback and to my friend Tusken. They say we have to protect this room and keep anyone from getting into it. Tusken's afraid. Well, Tusken's just confused. I don't think I should go into it right now, but he thinks if people knew all about this place, they'd hurt his mind. Actually.
Be careful, brother. Remember that Tusken warned us people might seem nice, but not really be nice.
I don't know what would happen, actually. After all, I can't read the future.
Oh, gave us some new dialogue.
I'm more interested in a good fight.
Okay, no. Let us go. Okay, maybe now I can use Spock's Vulcan nerve pinch.
His strength appears to be very impressive, Captain. I do not think I could win in a hand-to-hand struggle.
Okay.
You stay away from my brother. What do you want with him? Do you want to fight? I love a good fight.
Can I shoot him now? There we go.
Rackaback falls, defenseless against the power of the phaser.
An inelegant solution, Captain Kirk, but efficient.
There we go.
I listened to my brother Well, Tusken's just confused. I don't think I should go into it right now. I'm sure things would change. It might be a change for the better, maybe. maybe not. I'm not sure what to think of you. I just don't know if I should trust you.
Well, Gormagon, I think you should trust them. They've repaired the garden, which is good for all of us. They gave fresh fruit to my boy Stan Bob, when even his own mother couldn't manage that.
They treated us in ways churlish and unpleasant. As a personage of high standing, we say to you, Gormagon, that you should eschew their company as unworthy.
Captain, that blanket we're carrying, look how Atrioli is eyeing it. Let me give it to him and he might think better of us.
Yeah.
I know this is something you would treasure, Your Highness. To show we hold you no ill will, please accept this gift.
Uhura to the rescue.
Neither my aide nor I came aboard this ship expecting anything but treachery and venality from these people. They've impressed me, and I commend them to you.
Well, despite some misgivings I had, I'll accept what others have said about you. I think I should show you the way into the heart of the phase, the secret entry that Tusken is so afraid of. I feel that something good can come of this.
Yeah, we can turn it off and release you all. Okay.
Save
that counts
new
as
game.
progress.
Replace, delete, replace,
Try using Spock to mind meld with him, just in case there's some valuable information.
What are you going to do? You won't hurt him, will you?
I do not believe that a mind meld would be appropriate in this situation.
No? Okay, it doesn't not necessary anymore. I guess we can just go inside. Wonder if I should have picked up that. Okay. Use this. Scan this.
This is not a life form, Captain, but it does register with biomagnetics and considerable electrical complexity. This is the heart of a functioning, artificially intelligent construct.
Yeah, if you can at least shut it down, then we should be able to stop this ship from landing in the colony.
I do not believe I can directly interface with that, Captain.
And what about this?
Based on information I acquired from my interaction with Puzzlewit, we need a connector and some wire to repair this, Captain.
Well, I happen to have some objects. I have some wire. And I have a light bulb.
The information I acquired from Puzzlewit's mind indicates this could be a delicate operation, easily mishandled. I think we should start off with the connector from the light bar in order to complete these repairs, Captain.
Who's Puzzlewit? Wait, did I miss something that I... was I supposed to have... Hang on, let me just check something. Is Puzzlewit the old lady in the room? Was I supposed to use Spock to gather information from her? And the game just skipped that? Just gonna check. Can you mind meld with her?
Are you suggesting I attempt a Vulcan mind meld, Captain?
It does seem an appropriate effort in this circumstance.
It will take me a moment to prepare myself. Doctor, please monitor her life signs. The procedure does entail some risk.
Not only to her, but to you too. Am I right?
I assure you, Doctor, I will retain sufficient distance to avoid being dragged into something from which I cannot withdraw.
Go ahead now, Spock.
Maybe she's Puzzlewit.
I am...
There we go.
Puzzlewit. I am the one who reads it all. I do not understand. I try. I read it all. So many ideas. Always jumbled, though. Cannot make sense of. Puzzlewit wants to know discover why why I cannot. I try to remember it all. Then Tusken comes in. He destroys me. My hopes, all broken, all shattered. Ow. I'm broken in countless pieces.
Doctor?
No physical injuries, Captain. Not to him or to her.
Tusken's scared of me. Scared. For no reason. He thinks I know. I know, but I don't know. I don't understand. Nothing connects to anything else. I want to know it all. Hope then I'll understand. He thinks I'll hurt him. I don't hurt anybody. I just want to know more. Now I only know what I know. Never know what Puzzlewit doesn't know anymore.
What's going on here, Kirk?
We are trying to help this woman, Captain Clark. Be quiet, or you'll put her and my science officer both at considerable risk.
He's trying to make a mental slave of the alien, Captain.
Come on.
She could tell him the secrets of this ship, of its transit through the Klingon Empire. Stop him!
We'll listen in a moment. I wouldn't have a representative of the Federation damaged or rendering assistance.
Puzzlewit remembers everything she reads. Subject. Screen laminates. Reflective. Subject to autotrophic bonding with molybdenized nitrous oxides in the presence of cyanodephosphortrihydrous gases. Subject. Wiring
that's the light bar?
systems. Auxiliary to cryptolog.
Does Puzzlewit remember this ship passing through Klingon space, perhaps?
All the paralenses were copied prior to liftoff. No new encryption was permitted. We could only read, not write to them.
That's stellar ejector, Captain. Why would a computer terminal permit read-only interface, I ask you?
The builders didn't trust us. Didn't think we would be capable. We were damaged. Now, the reader is damaged. It's broken like Puzzlewit. Like us all. Like Tusken. The paralens can't be replaced. The reader can't be fixed. Puzzlewit can't be fixed. Nothing to read now. Nothing new to learn, to remember. Stupid. Like Tusken now.
This whole thing is stupid, if you ask me.
Anything but stupid, in fact. Captain Kirk, the library this woman read has been recorded entirely in her mind, although she lacks the ability to understand it or even to recall it in an orderly manner. She believed if she could fill up her mind, acquire enough knowledge, understanding would come. Now her personality is withdrawing, refusing to accept the loss of everything she has not yet been able to read. She pinned all her hopes on this, and without it, she may lose the will to live.
Do you know everything she knows now?
No, Captain Clara, I do not. This race has very unusual mind patterns, and I am fortunate she was in as passive a state as she is mentally. It is very likely I would have been hurt were she less withdrawn to begin with. Moreover, the knowledge she does possess is a very peculiar admixture, reflecting this society's uneven level of advancement, archaisms and startling breakthroughs, coexist.
So there is much to be learned from this woman. And from this ship.
Knowledge the Federation would gladly share with friends, Captain Clark.
Let nothing happen to this alien woman, Captain. If she should die, I would take it as an indication that you would sooner let her perish than share her special knowledge with the Klingon Empire.
Captain Clark, if I took her aboard the Enterprise, I might be able to help her.
I would have expected such treachery from the likes of you. You'll start an interstellar incident like this.
I thought some of the folks on board this ship were paranoids.
Gentlemen. Captain Clark, we don't want this woman to die any more than you do. Not because we want to milk her brain dry, but because she's an important being in her own right. Just as important to the universe as, well, as your companion here. Maybe more so. Dr. McCoy will do what he can. That's all that can be expected.
That's all I would expect. Goodbye for now, Captain. Expect to see us again.
Okay, it was a good idea to scan her, to mind meld with her.
Save new, replace, delete previous, replace
this might have actually
previous
affected
game.
my final scoring, my evaluation at the end of the mission. Can I contact the Enterprise to transport her?
Nothing to report, Captain.
I'm sorry, Jim, but I'm not willing to experiment with...
Okay.
There is no response at all.
I guess there's nothing else I can do here.
She's cataleptic, Jim.
Psychological damage.
I can't be sure.
Bone stop. You're starting to sound...
You do not have to be insulting.
Okay, I guess that means he'll take her to the Enterprise after the mission is over. Not right now. Okay, we can go back to that part. I think we're close to finishing the chapter. Do these one last couple things.
Captain Kirk!
The Klingon...
Okay, I was hoping something wouldn't happen. Can I pick up this?
Jim, given the mental states of these people, the less damage...
In other words, Doctor...
That's my recommendation.
Okay. Just wonder if this was essential to the mission. Go inside. Okay, save here again and then
Save
use
new,
Spock.
replace previous game.
And then when he asks for the wire, I'll give the wire and the light bar.
Based on information I acquired from my interaction with Puzzlewit, we need a connector and some wire to repair this, Captain.
Yeah, now this makes sense. Yeah, there's a little error, I guess, in the logic of the game. You shouldn't have said that before I interacted with her, with the old woman. But like a good thing that I did, because that gave me a little clue as to what to do.
The information I acquired from Puzzlewit's mind indicates this could be a delicate operation, easily mishandled. I think we should start off with the connector from the light bar in order to complete these repairs, Captain.
Okay. Light bar first, wire later. Wire second.
If you'll bring that over to me, I might have a better suggestion if I took a closer look at it.
Okay. Not sure I trust you, but...
I worked with things like these when I was younger. Given our surroundings, see if you don't find this more useful.
Okay.
Allow me, Captain. Let me do that. The information I acquired from Puzzlewit's mind indicates this could be a delicate operation, easily mishandled. I think you will find it fits just here. Lieutenant Uhura, if you will bring over that length of wire while I hold this in place, I believe we can get this repaired speedily.
Certainly, Mr. Spock. With that in place, I can see that it will easily fit. Here.
The final connection is made, and Uhura smiles widely.
That's it! That fixes the broken connection.
Is that it? All we needed to fix the computer?
Thank you. I am now once again whole, and no longer an intelligence divided against myself. The system you repaired will re-enable me to analyze and update received data from external and internal sensor systems, altering conceptual constructs of previously acquired data. These systems appear to have been malfunctioning for some time, although it will take additional review to clarify all conditions. Much may have been lost permanently.
Jim, do you notice? The phase isn't switching between I and we like it did in the oratory. And the voice is a single note, not a harmonic chord of blended voices.
And it hasn't suggested we go get something to eat either.
I am chagrined that my disabilities have endangered my mission. The compassion was launched with the best of intentions. If I can answer anyone's questions, I will endeavor to do so.
Captain Kirk, you don't mind if I ask a question, do you?
You'll get your turn, Klingon. Just hold your horses. Other things come first.
Is the Compassion the name of the ship?
Be my guest, Captain. You'll get your turn, Klingon. Just hold your horses. Other things come first.
Yeah, got more priorities.
The primary reason we came aboard was to find a way to stop you from landing on top of our colony on Atopus, which would certainly kill thousands of our people. Now that your external sensors are functional, have you altered your plans about where you intend to put the ship down? How did your systems become damaged?
I'm curious about what your builders really had in mind, shipping off all these people off-planet. There seems to have been some shadier agenda. The eugenics wars of our own past produced some of the ugliest abuses in human history, and notorious characters like Khan Noonien Singh, whose name still resounds with infamy. How is this ship you call the Compassion justified?
I'd be interested to learn more about those who built this ship. Their achievements certainly seem erratic in sophistication, but much of it goes beyond even what we are capable of accomplishing today. For example, the Paralens medium for recording computer data is something we are only now beginning to explore. I think there's much to be learned from these people. That's all for now, Faze. I assume we can talk to you if we have more questions.
Yeah, I think we...
The primary reason we came aboard was to find a way to stop you from landing on top of our colony on Atopus, which would certainly kill thousands of our people. Now that your external sensors are functional.
No, Captain Kirk. I will certainly not set the Compassion down in a populated area, now that I can see it is there. I am at present in communication with the planetary authorities, and they are directing me to a stationary orbit until further arrangements can be made for my wards. Then are there other questions?
Is the ship still set to land on Atopus colony? How did your systems become damaged?
I'm curious about...
I'd be interested to learn...
I'm curious about what your builders really...
I have no information about your eugenics wars, but a fundamental social philosophy of the builders was that civilized people of goodwill would tolerate and value variability as a sign of cultural and social health. That a civilization will be judged by its tolerance of disparate ideas, by how it treats those who cannot protect themselves, be they very young, very old, or otherwise challenged. By the measure of altruism extended to those less powerful, even when rightfully in possession of something desired.
A central aspect of Vulcan philosophy is embodied in the Idic. Infinite diversity in infinite combinations. It would seem the builders pursued similar high ideals.
High ideals, perhaps, but that does not explain why these people are in space phase.
More than this I cannot explain. However, you can locate additional library data under the heading Compassion. Oh, I haven't made it available. I should have done that immediately. I can't imagine why I didn't think of it.
Fascinating, Captain. That instance of forgetfulness makes it possible to speculate that the phase is not wholly restored after all.
Then are there other questions?
questions?
Is the ship still set to land on Atopus Colony? How did your systems become damaged? I'd be interested to learn more about those who built them.
My best recommendation is to examine the library records under Builders or Technology. There is more data than I can easily explain. Then are there other questions?
Is the ship still set to land on Atopus Colony?
The green thing, the library records, can I grab it and...
How did your systems become damaged?
Get more information.
I am sorry I cannot explain this at this time. I do not even know if it is explicable. But I will search my memory for an answer for you. Then are there other questions?
Is the ship still... Please clarify the anomalies we have perceived while being on board.
I'd still like to know a little more about why these people...
I would still like to learn more about these people.
That's all for now, Faze. I assume we can talk to you if we have more questions.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else.
Now wait 1 minute, Kirk. I make my request politely and I am ignored. That cannot go unnoticed. I demand the right to be heard.
Please, ask freely. I will answer as best I can.
Faze, this ship passed through the heart of Klingon space. We were not even aware of it until it was nearly out of our territory. We backtracked it and found it must have closely approached places we find sensitive. We expect assurances that data you may have collected there will not reach the hands of those who mean us harm.
We seek proof. We expect you to download your entire memory into our ship's computers, that we may search it for data you have no right to.
Thereby would you not acquire data to which you have no right?
My age speaks too strongly. While it is true we are interested in the knowledge and technology you possess, technology to pass through our empire undetected, knowledge of how to twist space back upon itself, for that data, we will treat with you as one civilized people with another. But it is a justified request that we ask you to destroy all data dealing with anything you learn within our borders.
Had I any data, I would agree to seal it. However, as you should have deduced, I have none. Until my sensory systems were repaired, my ability to receive and process data was severely impaired, especially in regard to external data updates. Based on my presentry analysis of nearby space, I would speculate that my only data on your present sphere of influence would be as that area of space existed a very long time ago indeed.
That is information for us to know, not you. Erase it.
Silence! Faze, we would welcome access to that information, but on the same basis as we would bargain with you for technological data. We have more to offer with you, I believe, than the Federation represented by these others.
Hey, no fair, I don't speak Klingon.
Faze, do not be hasty making that decision.
I lack sufficient data to make any assessment. I can give no answer at this time. I will do my best, Captain. Although intelligent entities often find that there are more questions than answers.
We've got to compete with the Klingons to see who will get the information of this computer.
Save new replace previous game.
By saving... I think it's okay. Saving before. Can I grab this? Do the Klingons not mind?
The crystalline lens feels cool and surprisingly heavy, with smoothly polished edges.
Okay. Huh. Hey, I thought I gave the blanket to the king. Am I scanning it?
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
Okay, what do I do with it? Is it here?
The lens slips easily into the terminal's reading port and the screen activates.
Compassion.
So it's like this a CD-ROM, I guess.
Diagi, decision. Shambrum, philosophy. Builders, technology.
Whoa.
Exit, database. Compassion.
Oh, lots of stuff to read. I mean, she did said to search the computer with under these entries to find more answers. So I guess we'll have more reading to do.
The name of ascetic class starship. The name signified the compassion for the travelers, all of whom were diagnosed with life quality inhibiting disorders of class 3 or higher. After a full generation of debate on ethics, a consensus opinion was reached, the so-called Diagi decision. Final planned destination of the compassion was a return to Shambrum in 4 generations. Compassion Diagi decision.
Yeah, what is this Diagi decision?
A landmark of planet-wide consensus. The first of such sweeping effect in the history of Shambrum after the failure of the individual nation-state and the rise of pan-world participation in self-rulership. All individuals suffering at class 3 or higher were sent on extended extrasolar transshipment to await research into these conditions and their treatment.
Now, just 1 minute, FaZe. Are you listening? You keep saying you can't remember or you lack data or what have you. Even the library data seems vague, incomplete, and contradictory. If you don't know, then who does?
Forgive the pause. I had to think long and hard to discover if you had correctly passed this final test.
What?
You correctly identify the heart of the matter. Let me introduce you to my builders.
This is madness! FaZe, what is this?
Despite our misgivings, you have shown yourselves to be the representatives of spacefaring peoples we, the Brassica, would most trust to make first contact with. The contest has been in progress for some time, situations in which your true colors have been explored. The invitation has been made. You may return to your ship if you prefer, or you may step through whenever you are ready. Then, the final round begins.
I think you have it right, Captain Clark. This is madness, Jim.
I think, Bones, it's Shakespeare who had it right. Though this be madness, yet there is a method in it.
I agree with the sentiment, Captain Kirk. There is something more going on here, far deeper than first appearances have suggested. I imagine you will accept the invitation. I will certainly choose to go, whether you do or not. I believe the invitation is extended to all.
I will not permit that, Captain Clark. I will take all methods to prevent you. I will not go. It is certainly a Federation trick.
You begin to sound like Tusken in the other room. Get a grip of yourself and act like an officer.
Wait, I wanted to hear the other entries. Can I use it again?
It's probably sturdier than it looks. It's probably...
No
Oh. Can I use this?
This palm-sized lens glitters like iridescent crystal.
Uhura, doesn't this remind you of...
Yes, Captain. This appears to be an intact paralens. The glass shards I noticed in the oratory are probably the broken remnants of others like this.
Yeah.
No effect.
Can I pick it up?
It seems to be stuck.
I would suggest that you talk.
Nah. I tried reloading. I wanted to hear the other descriptions. There were like 7 entries and I only got 2. Let's skip the dialogue so we don't read and get anything.
The crystalline.
Repeated.
The lens slips.
Compassion. The name of ascetic compassion. Diog Shambrum.
What is Shambrum?
Homeworld of the Builders. The unified people of the planet Shambrum.
Now, just 1 minute, FaZe. Are you listening? You keep saying you can't remember or you lack data.
Forgive the pause.
This is madness.
Despite our misgivings,
I think you have it right, Captain.
I think...
Yeah, I guess it didn't matter which entry we picked. We still have activated this portal. Now what? Do I contact the Enterprise and leave, or do I go through the portal?
Nothing to report, Captain.
I guess I can't contact him. What do you think, Spock?
Captain, this is a unique opportunity. I believe we must take this opportunity. I also believe that Captain Clar's presence will prove an asset. I am less than sanguine about Clar's aide accompanying us, however.
Same to you, Vulcan. What are you going to do about it? Pinch me in the neck?
I'm a little dubious, Jim, but that's what we're out here for in the first place. I say let's go for it. I even think this may be an interesting experiment in diplomacy to have the Klingon present on such an expedition. Although I must say, I'm not exactly overjoyed to spend any more time with the Captain Sour Mug aide there.
You're one to talk, you quack. Maybe you'll hit me with your hypo and throw me out of the airlock, eh? That's what I'd expect of your sort.
The lure of the unknown, Captain. That's what makes life worth living. It's why I joined Starfleet. A chance to communicate with other people, other places, strange new worlds. I don't believe we can turn our backs on this opportunity.
Well, yeah, our mission was to go where no one has gone before.
Captain Clark, I will not let you depart. These human scum have tricked you. If I have to beat up all of you, I will. You, Vulcan, you understand orders. Help me knock out my mad captain, and I will take him away and out of your hair.
No.
Captain Clark, I will not let you depart. Captain Clark.
I guess. Okay, I guess I'll try to use Spock on the captain so he'll. Whoa. Okay. Did I take too long? Hang on. I guess we'll go together.
Mr. Scott, they've disappeared off the sensors.
What do you mean, laddie?
They've just vanished.
And final chapter. Yet there is method in it.
Captain's log, stardate 6269.3. The landing party and the Klingon Captain Clark have passed through a portal in time and space. We're about to face tests by the Brassica. Success will mean formal relations. Failure will mean unknown.
Welcome. We applaud your willingness to confront the unknown.
Please tell us what's going on. Where are we?
Patience. I cannot answer all yet. Those elements of our society still ill at ease with your cultures have more questions.
We've had enough. No more foolish tests. More tests. Let's just get on with it. I'd like to hear what the others think. We've had enough. I'd like to hear what the others think.
Yeah, sure.
I will withdraw until you address me again.
Yeah. Oh, I guess we know what this green thing on the box art is now. The weird thing with 3 eyes. I was always wondered, oh, what kind of alien creature is that in the back there?
Save new, replace previous.
Going back to 1. I mean, hang on. Let me just see if there's something I could have done, because I kind of think it was the right idea to bring the Klingon with us, but I wanted to try and see if doing something different would have given a different outcome. I'll just skip ahead.
The crystal.
I have a feeling no, because yeah, usually things from one chapter don't carry over
The lens
to
slips
the next.
easily into the terminal.
Compassion, philosophy, building technology, exit technology. A broad term encompassing all practical methods. Compassion, Shambrum philosophy. Before the unification of Shambrum, differing personal philosophies, ethical structures, and belief systems repeatedly plunged the people into life-quality destructive interactions on both massive and individual scales. The difficulties created were pandemic, and even those who believed they controlled the most power led desperate lives. Catalyzed by the enlightened intellectuals of the rational Fifth Council, a desire for peace without loss of treasured freedoms was set as an achievable goal. The transition was not without difficulties, but the culture of the builders eventually arose around a philosophical core. emphasizing tolerance of differences among individuals, maximization of self-actualization of all individuals, and with the paradoxical taboo against intolerance and bigotry.
Now, just 1 minute, FaZe. Are you listening? You keep...
Okay, same thing. Well, we got to hear more.
This isn't despite. I will begin. I am determined to go explore. There may be dangers, but I accepted that challenge the first day I decided to make my life in space. I fear I have my doubts about my aide, however. I rather don't think he's a fit companion for this expedition.
Captain Clark, I will not let you depart. These human scum have tricked you. If I have to beat up all of you, I will. You, Vulcan, you understand orders. Help me knock out my mad captain, and I will take him away and out of your hair.
Okay, what if I do use Spock on him?
The Klingon captain roars with fury but swiftly sinks to his knees. The aide looks and nods approvingly, with a nasty grin twisting his face.
I could see he was going too far in his tolerance. You've made it easier for me to get him back aboard the Pao Yar, where I can initiate a court of inquiry.
Okay.
Load a previously saved game.
Oh.
Restart the game. Load a previously saved game.
I guess that counts. This counts as a bad end. I guess that was the wrong thing to do. Okay. Go back here. Yeah, I kind of wonder. They would not have coded an entire other chapter with this guy missing. Let's talk to him.
Captain, even though isolated, the Brassica are quite advanced. It's certain their insights will be unusual and enlightening. The logical course is to establish a dialogue.
Okay.
If I was meeting us, I'd be skittish too. We've gone this far, there's no sense in quitting now.
The Brassica are calling the tune and expecting us to dance, Captain. It might be undignified, but all of us can make valid, responsible choices and stand by the consequences.
I am grateful you included me, Captain. Representing the Klingon Empire, I believe we must not be cowed. Passivity may be regarded as undesirable to them.
Okay. Yeah, we're in the last chapter. Normally I would have stopped the stream here, but I think, yeah, this chapter connects well to the last one, so I'm going to keep going. I actually don't know how long this will be. Hopefully it won't be another 3 hours, but let's see.
Captain Kirk, I am here. Are you ready?
Our mandate is to seek out new life, new civilizations. If we must do so on your terms, we will.
Yeah, sure.
Listen. We have modified our legends by what we understand of your species. You will be asked a question and may discuss it. Only one person may answer. Begin.
Okay. Oh.
I make the first query. It is that question posed to the heroic companions we call the Gerent. Answer this. Who among you may go to the greatest pains in the pursuit of life? You may talk. I will withdraw until you choose to speak with me. Remember, only one of you may reply.
Greatest pains in the pursuit of life. I'm guessing the woman, because they can give birth to babies. The only woman among us.
Alone among the people here, I am female and capable of childbearing. The nurturing of a new life remains a uniquely female labor. Certainly I am the one among us who might go to the greatest pains in the pursuit of life.
Your answer is accepted. However, this is not to say whether this answer is right or wrong.
Where's he gone?
Okay. The next question awaits, Captain Kirk.
Okay.
You're nothing like the Gerent, who hold a special place in our memories. The second question. Who among you wrestles most intensely with the chaos of life? Talk amongst yourselves. I will answer questions if I can. In the end, only one may reply.
Wrestle most intensely with the chaos, maybe Spock. He has to deal with everyone else who's not as logical as him.
Save new game.
Yeah,
Replace
save.
previous game.
Number 2. I'm hoping this last chapter is just answering this questionnaire.
It is the heart of science to seek an understanding of the universe and its laws, to make sense of what seems randomly chaotic. In the effort to extract comprehension from the unknown, I work to recognize the underlying patterns for which life represents the greatest challenge. Thus, I am the one among us who wrestles most intensely with chaos.
Your answer is accepted, Commander Spock. However, this is not to say whether this answer is right or wrong in our sight.
You expect me to stand by while my people keep disappearing?
The next question awaits, Captain Kirk.
Yeah, would he say the same thing regardless of who I is? He doesn't say whether it's right or wrong.
Congratulations, Captain. There are those among us
who doubted you could make it this far. The third question is somewhat different, but our heroes, the Gerent, found the answer. Solve this equation. Pig plus X equals cow. Talk among yourselves. I will answer questions if I can. Only one may reply.
What? Pig plus X equals cow. Huh?
What kind of question is peace plus X equal home?
Huh?
These Brassicans are a peculiar lot.
What are you saying? The question was pig plus X equals cow.
Interesting, Kirk. I heard tlok pok plus X equals srok nav. To humans, it would translate to plant plus X equal hive paper. What did you hear, Doctor?
Well, I heard peace plus X equal home.
Which one do we answer?
The answer lies in the relationship of the questions. The relationship between the plant, peace, and a pig, or between hive paper, home, and a cow.
Clar, if you can make that connection, you're a better man than I.
Goes without saying, Dr. McCoy. I am a Klingon.
I'm not impressed, Clar. The Brassica addressed me first. I think we need to answer pig plus X equals cow.
If there's only one answer, it should be sensible. Mine is straightforward. Peace and quiet makes a happy home. It's almost a cliche.
Reason enough to discount it?
Your candor is appreciated. I trust we'll have achieved some understanding before we have to answer.
They're only going to let one of us answer.
Oh dear.
I am convinced the correct answer solves for all the questions. I am certain that is the logic for this puzzle. If that is only half an answer, so be it.
It kind of makes more sense.
Getting more than one question confuses things. I still have a gut feeling that pig plus X equals cow is the one. The answer must be something about shifting the letters. I'll get it in another minute.
Pretty strange, Jim. But my question seems obvious. The X of peace plus X equal home has got to be quiet.
I'm gonna trust the Klingon on this.
I am convinced the correct answer solves for all the questions. I am certain that is the logic for this puzzle. If that is only half an answer, so be it.
You have answered 2 of our questions incorrectly. This indicates to us that you are too different from us. We shall attempt this again some other time. You shall all be returned to your ship.
Nuts.
We're back on the Enterprise.
It feels like we've been dreaming.
It is logical to assume we shared the same experience, unless the Brassica have psionic abilities they did not demonstrate.
Captain Kirk, I grieve to say that your answers were beyond our ability to tolerate. We had hoped for better from your species.
You should not judge any species from just one sample.
The captain is correct. It would be most illogical to make a decision based on such limited data.
Our data is broad enough. In the future, perhaps our species might form a bond of friendship. But for now, we must remain apart. Farewell.
Okay, bad answer.
Message from Starfleet, Captain.
I've reviewed your report from your recent assignment, Captain, and have a few comments. I'll be frank, Kirk. Starfleet expects more out of you than that. If I were you, I'd do some serious soul-searching about my command ability. I would expect as much from a cadet, but from Starfleet's finest. I'm gonna have to forward my concerns to Command. Kane out.
Another message from Starfleet.
Come on, let me reload already.
Jim, we have evaluated your current series of missions. Your overall performance is well below Starfleet tactical specifications. You are to report to a starbase as soon as you've finished your assignment, where you will be relieved of duty.
Yes, Admiral.
I wish I had better news, Jim. But I'm sure we can find desk duty for you.
Desk duty?
I wouldn't want to waste that experience just because you've lost your edge, Jim. Perhaps you'd enjoy working at the Academy. Starfleet out.
The Academy?
Sorry, Jim. I don't know what to say.
I agree that our recent performance has been well below our standards, Captain. I do not, however, agree with the decision.
The Academy. I suppose I might like it. I think I feel like taking a tour of the ship right now. One last tour.
Okay, I get it. It was a bad ending. Let me reload. No.
Load a previously saved game.
No, don't play the music. That will that will get this video claimed on YouTube if I play the music. Although if it is on the credits, I might as well. Hang on. Okay, maybe this one is not Spock. Maybe this one is the Klingon. Give this a shot.
My people have a tradition of controlled chaos, which tests our mettle, our strength of will and body. I rose to captaincy of the Palyard by being able to ride the wild kek, as we say. There is no doubt in my mind that I am the one who struggles most intensely with the chaos of life.
Your answer is accepted, Captain Claw. However, this is not to say whether this answer is right or wrong in our sight.
Could be McCoy as well.
The next question awaits, Captain Kirk.
Okay, so they won't tell me which answer was right or wrong, but they will cancel the test if I get two wrong.
Congratulations, Captain. There are...
Who doubted you could make it this far? The third question is somewhat different, but our hero...
Okay, now we have Spock here with us. What will he say different?
At face value, this question is complete nonsense, Captain. There is no way to answer chicken plus X equals reality.
What are you saying? The question was pig plus X equals cow.
Jim, I heard quite clearly. Peace plus X equal home. What did you hear, Spock?
Chicken plus X equals reality.
Which one do we answer?
Maybe only one has an answer. A good answer. I think mine is. Peace plus quiet equals happy home. It's almost cliché.
Your equation didn't say anything about happy, Bones. They addressed me as the central figure. So I think we have to solve my problem. How is another question.
Captain, you hear one question, I hear another. None are sensible. Logic dictates identifying the pattern. I believe the Brassica expect us to realize there is no pattern. Specifically, there is no answer.
Your candor is appreciated. I trust we'll have achieved some understanding before we have to answer.
They're only going to let one of us answer.
Okay, I guess we'll try Spock. Wait, is this Spock? Can't tell from the distance.
Mr. Spock finds the situation curious.
Yeah, it is Spock. Okay. I'll try Spock's answer then.
The question I heard was chicken plus X equals reality. This question is nonsensical, as is Captain Kirk's. Therefore, I deduce the answer is that there is no answer.
Your answer is accepted. However, this is not to say whether this answer is right or wrong.
Oh, you plan to make off with everyone? Do you really expect me to keep taking that without protest?
The next question awaits, Captain Kirk.
Yeah, still on. Okay, I think this one was correct. I'm still not sure about the second
that
one.
an alien like you has muddled your way this far. It is a great honor that we share the Riddle Master's questions to the gerund. The last question. Answer this. There are two present. Only one may go. Why should you be the one to leave this place alive? Discuss this. I will answer questions if I can and will. You might want to discuss this with me to explore your options.
You know what? I have a feeling that the second one was McCoy, and I was supposed to be alone with the Klingon here.
We're ready with our answer. We have questions to ask.
Ask your question.
Would you repeat the original question, just as you asked it? Why should you want to prevent one or the other of us from leaving here?
I did not mention anything about preventing individuals from leaving. I simply asked why, given that only one of you may, you should be the one to leave.
Do not be obtuse. The captain's question is legitimate. Captain Kirk, his answer is nevertheless cogent. There is nothing about the question itself which states that someone will be prevented from leaving. However, you are being asked to justify your continued existence, preferentially to your companion's continued existence.
I want to talk with my associates. We'll get back to you.
Yeah, I get the feeling this final question would be more interesting if it was against the Klingon than against McCoy. There is a way to test this, though. If I can, now that I know that now that I kind of know the answer to the third one, I could answer the second one wrong, or answer the second one right and then the third one wrong, just to test. Yeah, there is a way to game the system, I guess. Let me try it. Try McCoy here. Yeah.
I am a physician. I am the one who cares for life and health of hundreds aboard the Enterprise. The patterns of chaos are the patterns of life and death, and every day of my professional life is focused on balancing those patterns towards sustaining the quality of life. I am the one among us who struggles most intensely with the chaos of life.
Your answer is accepted, Dr. McCoy.
Okay.
You expect me to stand by while my people...
The next question.
Okay, so this next one should be Spock. So I'm gonna try and answer
Congratulations.
Answer the Klingon. See if that's if this provokes a bad ending again, that means the second one was correct.
It took much thought to solve Tlok Pok plus X equal...
What are you saying?
Continue your discussion.
Interesting, Kirk. I heard...
Chicken plus X.
Each question starts with something edible. Pigs and chickens are farm stock, are they not?
Many elements of Federation society do not consume animal flesh, Captain Clara. In principle, however, you are correct. But I believe the answer is, there is no logical answer.
I don't think so, Spock. But I don't like yours either, Clar. Where's the relationship between a cow, hive paper, and reality?
Difficult, I admit, Kirk. But they must be connected.
I'm not impressed, Clar. The Brassica addressed me first.
You try my patience, Kirk. There's a pattern and an answer. A Tlok Pok grows a flower that Ka-Cha insects visit, and Ka-Cha make nectar and hive paper. So flower would work.
And what does that do for my question? Or Spock's?
Your officer was asked to solve chicken plus X equal reality. The philosophers of Ballari 7 maintain a celestial bird something like a chicken laid an egg from which the universe hatched.
The idea of reality began as something egg-shaped, was an early theory of Klingon cosmologist.
You're stretching, Clark.
It all fits. The Tlok-Pok flower is egg-shaped. Therefore, I believe egg is correct for all equations. Kirk, in a barter society, might not a cow be worth, say, a pig with a clutch of eggs thrown in?
Clark, I come from a farm on Earth in a state called Iowa. Your solution makes some sense, but so would pig plus crate of apples equal cow. It's something else.
If I may, based on the evidence, I remain convinced there is no answer.
A time will come when we must answer.
I'm willing to let either of you answer.
The Brassica will allow only one to answer.
Yeah, like I said, I want to try and answer incorrectly. I guess try Kirk.
The question pig plus X equals cow is an arithmetic puzzle in a word format. Convert the letters to numbers, add them, and you get 32 plus X equals 41. X equals 9, which makes I the answer.
Discuss this, and then address me when you are better prepared.
The question pig...
Clever, Captain Kirk. Although you presume our question is specific to you and your alphabetical
that's
rules.
clearly the wrong answer.
You are the linchpin to the lives of those around you. But the very responsibilities you bear preclude you from being the one to answer. This is most telling. If you, the leader, cannot distinguish between what responsibility is yours and what is another's, the meeting of our two races must wait.
Yep.
You will be returned to your own.
Wrong answer. Which means the second one was... wait. Correct? Yeah, he didn't say we answered 2 incorrectly, so... Okay, let me try again. It's tricky.
I am a physician.
Okay.
Your answer is accepted.
You expect me...
The next...
And now, next one I'll try the... Klingon?
Congratulations.
Who doubted?
At face value...
What are you saying?
Interesting, Kirk.
Chicken?
Each question's...
Many elements of Federation society do not consume...
I don't think so.
difficult.
I'm not a...
You tried...
And what does that...
Your officer was asked to solve chicken plus egg.
You're stretching, Clark.
It all fits.
Clark.
If I...
A time...
I'm willing...
Yeah, skip this as we already heard, and now we answer with Spock.
The question I heard was chicken?
Your answer is accepted. How...
You plan to make off with everyone? Do you really expect me to keep taking that without protest?
The next question awaits.
Okay. Yeah, this makes more sense.
I am astonished that an alien like you has muddled your way this far. It is a great honor. Answer this.
Should be an interesting discussion between the two of them. I'm gonna save in a new position. Number 3.
Intriguing question, Kirk. 2 captains representing empires at odds with each other.
The Federation is no empire, Clar, and the Organian Treaty assures we are not at each other's throat.
Be honest. There are many differences between us. I wish to hear your analysis before I offer my own thoughts.
We're ready with our answer. We have questions. We're ready with our answer. We have questions.
Ask your question.
Would you repeat the original? Why should you want... Is there anything we might do that would win a hint to the type of answer you're expecting? Perhaps something that would indicate a real choice? Would you repeat... Why should... Is there anything we might do that... Why should you want to prevent...
I did not mention anything about
Do not be obtuse.
I want to talk with my associates. I want to get back to it. Hypothetical questions are fundamentally empty. However, if you prevent one of us from leaving, then the question is no longer hypothetical. Is the question hypothetical or not?
That's a good question.
The question is philosophical, Captain. As for whether it is hypothetical, have you the same number of companions standing beside you now as when we began? That is how hypothetical this question is.
We're ready with our answer. I want to talk with my... I want to get back to a different question. We're ready with our answer. I want to get back to a different question.
Ask your question.
Would you repeat? Is there anything we might...
No, Captain. Ask all the questions you wish, if you think that will help. Beyond that, why should we expand upon the question when it is such a straightforward query?
We're ready with our... I want to talk with my associates. I want to get back to a different question. I want to talk with my associates.
Intriguing question, Kirk. Two captains...
The Federation is no empire.
Talk to myself.
I'd hoped you'd thought of something new. I'm having second thoughts, and I want to go over my ideas with you again. I'd hoped you'd thought of something new.
It's simple, Kirk. You go, or I go. A third option would be nice, but unlikely.
I'd hoped you... I'm having second thoughts, and I want to go over my ideas with you again.
You go, or I go, Kirk. Have you a better idea?
Since I represent the peaceful and unified Federation, I'm the only one possible answer. We would share the Brassica knowledge, even with the Klingons, but I doubt the reverse would be true. This is best for everyone.
I'm not liking that.
I might surprise you, Klar. I believe the Brassica will come to us in time. The Klingons need the civilizing influence they offer, and you're the best representative. I'll bow out, and you proceed. I don't like the choices. I want another alternative, but I'm not sure there is one. Since I represent the peaceful... I don't like the choice.
I feel the same, Kirk. I have a thought about how we might deal with the question.
Go ahead, Klar, I'm listening.
Yeah.
Forget it, Klar. Go ahead, Klar, I'm listening.
What do you suggest?
They're asking us to choose one to proceed and one to remain.
That's the implication of death for the one who remains.
I concur. They want an answer that either I live and you die, or you live and I die. I say we answer, we both live, or both die.
Good concept. What if they refuse?
We choose it, whether they offer or not.
And if it's not the answer I give?
We shall see, won't we?
That's a... Okay, I'll try that.
We're ready with our answer.
Let the one who would answer be the next one to talk.
You go.
Neither I nor Kirk find this acceptable. We are not even willing allies, but I will not abandon one who has come so far by my side.
Captain Klar, you have stepped forward to make your choice, and that choice is very simple. I make it simpler by allowing you to respond as follows.
I proceed from this room alone. Captain Kirk may be allowed to proceed from this room alone. We both proceed from this room, or neither of us does.
Yeah. You tell him.
There is no such option offered. What exactly do you mean by choosing in this way? That perhaps you should both die?
No, Brassica, it means we're changing the rules. You want one to remain, perhaps to die, and one to go on? We refuse to play that game.
Yeah.
You want to meet with us as much as we wish to meet with you, so take us both through, or let us both remain in this surreal purgatory forever. Take it or leave it.
You have confounded me, Captain Kirk. I did not believe you would make such a choice.
But I declared all along that this race had the qualities we sought. The understanding of both leadership and sacrifice. Captain Kirk, you have achieved all that I, at least, had hoped of you. It is time for us to greet you face to face.
Woohoo! Yeah.
Greetings. We look forward to a long and fruitful relationship with both your peoples. Your starships will be welcome here on any peaceful mission.
I am pleased to meet you face to face as well. However, I want my crew back.
Of course, Captain.
You're all right, all of you? You were treated well?
We are unharmed, Captain. We engaged in enlightening discussions with the Brassicans. They felt it necessary to isolate themselves so long ago because of interstellar disputes between...
Latest, but right now I'm glad you're okay.
Indeed, Captain. We are well.
But they couldn't be sure we would have passed all their tests. Brassican, how do you explain that?
Some of us could not restrain our desire to learn. It seemed worth the risk, and has proved so.
I believe the Federation and the Brassica will have a long and fascinating future together.
Although my associate, Septhi, has great misgivings about breaking our isolation, others of us have high hopes.
You are star-eyed, if you imagine that no difficulties lie ahead. However, all conditions have been met, and so I also welcome you, Captain Kirk.
Thank you. Septhi, is it?
Yes, and our moderator, leader to you, is Zenti.
Zenti, Aha, and Septhi. I hope to show you you've made the right decision.
Speaking for the Klingon Empire, I too look forward to the relationship between all peoples. You surprise me, Kirk. Perhaps one day we will even trust you.
We'll just have to see, won't we?
Captains, feel free to look around while we summon your 2 ships to these coordinates. Captain Kirk, I have something interesting to show you over here. Come with me.
Hang on, let me save first.
Save new game. Replace previous.
I'm guessing we're in the end game now.
Captain Kirk, I have misgivings about the Klingon race. For our mutual protection, here is a Paralens disk of data which I want you to have. With this knowledge, you can come to our defense. Will you take it and safeguard our future?
Yes, I'll take the disc. Not without knowing more about it.
Yeah.
No, take it up with the Federation ambassador when he gets here. Yes, I'll take. Not without knowing more.
We can give you the know-how to build a reader console for the Paralens. What else would you want to know?
I want to know what's on the disc.
The Compassion, the generation ship you explored before coming here, was a probe ship that scanned Klingon space. This Paralens contains the data. If they cause us harm, you could retaliate deep into their territory.
How do I know you won't sell us out too?
Yeah, is this part of the test?
I understand a desire for vengeance, but the Organian Treaty would stop it.
Yeah.
Information like this could ignite interstellar war. How do I know you won't? I understand a desire for vengeance, but the Organian Treaty would stop it. Information like this could ignite interstellar war.
Yeah, I don't want interstellar war.
Do with it as you see fit, Captain. Will you take it?
No.
Give me the parallel. No, keep it.
Well. But we just walk around?
He will no longer speak to you.
This is a day we will celebrate. The day we broke out of our isolation and joined the other races among the stars.
I was unsure. You have shown us that isolation is no longer a wise choice. I look forward to a challenging future.
Okay, what else do we do here?
Captain Kirk, isn't it time you returned to your ship?
Oh, do I just contact the Enterprise?
Captain, I think the Brassica handed Klar some sort of object. I don't quite see what, but he placed it in his pocket.
Oh, Klar, a moment of your time. What have you got in your pocket?
Yeah. Do you accept their information?
Hi, Klar. Nice weather. Klar, the Brassica didn't happen to give you a parallels, did they?
Yeah.
My dealings with the Brassica don't affect you, Kirk.
Depends on what they're dealing. I guess you don't care about our dealings with the Brassica. Like this parallels they offered us with secret information on the Klingon Empire. I'm just nosy. I'll mind my business. Depends on what they're dealing.
Explain further, Kirk.
Does the word parallels interest you?
I do not understand what you are talking about.
Let me guess. They said the Federation was expanding too quickly. For safekeeping, in case the Federation attempts to assimilate the Brassica.
Yeah. I'm on to you.
You've been honorable so far. Why not tell me what Captain Klar, don't make me lose. Let me guess.
Kirk, say what you need to say, or allow me to return to my ship.
No offense to your honor, Klar. However, if you have a parallels of Federation space, I expect you to say so. Liar. Give me one reason why I shouldn't just rip that Fine, crawl back to your ship. Honor is a game to you, but you have no idea what it truly means. No offense to your honor, Clara. However, if you have a
You've earned the right, Kirk. The Brassica offered me a paralens of Federation space. My duty was to accept.
And my duty is to see the Klingon Empire doesn't have access to this information. Your duty? What will this do to the tensions between our races? Destroy the lens, Clara. Restore the balance.
Yeah.
Take it. I'm going to trust you won't use it, won't betray me. Just as I refused the offer, so I wouldn't betray you.
You could say that too.
Your duty? What will this do to the tensions between our races?
Kirk and I have resolved our differences.
We are sorry to see that you two would so freely refuse knowledge. I would not have expected quite so much distrust.
You'll have to work harder to understand us, will you not? Assuming relations continue.
Yes, Captain. Both of you have succeeded in establishing diplomatic contact with us.
Then you will excuse me, Zenti. The unknown requires my attention. Kirk to Enterprise, 4 to beam up.
Yeah. Trying to sow discord between the Klingon and the Federation. Not on my watch.
Captain's log, stardate 6270.5. We have succeeded in making formal contact with the Brassica. We look forward to a long and productive relationship with them. So, Lieutenant, you turned down the Brassica's offer to become the Federation official ambassador.
Not in my job description, Captain. And they were probably just testing me.
A formidable accomplishment, Captain. Establishing diplomatic relations with a new and advanced alien race. Improving our relations with the Klingons. Impressive.
Thank you, Mr. Spock.
Everyone's so cheerful today. Even Spock's in a good mood. This makes me nervous.
Message from Starfleet, Captain.
There's my answer.
I have reviewed your report from your recent assignment, Captain, and have a few comments. While you achieved the desired results from your assignment, Jim, I can only give you a satisfactory rating. I would expect as much from a cadet. I am concerned about your performance, and I'm going to have to forward my concerns to command. Kane out.
Another message from Starfleet.
On screen.
Jim, we have evaluated your current series of missions. Your overall performance is well below Starfleet tactical specifications. You are to report to a starbase as soon as you've finished your assignment, where you will be relieved of duty.
Yes, Admiral.
I wish I had better news, Jim.
Come on.
But I'm sure we can find desk duty for you.
Desk duty?
I wouldn't want to waste that experience just because you've lost your edge, Jim.
What?
Perhaps you...
The Academy?
Sorry, Jim. I agree that our recent performance has been well...
The Academy.
Wait, does that...
I suppose I might like it.
Is that taking into account all of the missions or just the last one?
I feel like taking a tour of the ship right now. One
she gave me a satisfactory one. But I did get a bad evaluation in the first missions. I guess this is credits. Yeah, maybe I got that ending because I did some of the other missions with bad evaluations, but I guess I got a good evaluation for this last one, but not in the first one, so oh well. No, I can't really go back to the first ones. But yeah, I guess this concludes that mission. I was happy with how it ended, at least. This is... I guess I can count this game beaten, finished. All the chapters, all the episodes, Light and Darkness. Yeah, maybe not the most optimal playthrough, but I did manage to progress and go to the final chapter and get a satisfactory rating. Yeah, I did enjoy it, and I also managed to do it without looking up any answers, which is a challenge in and of itself. So, and thankfully, this last chapter was much shorter than the previous one. It's only 40-something minutes. I was kind of worried after how long it took. Maybe I'll go, now that I finished it, maybe I'll go look at a guide and see exactly what I did wrong in the first few missions. Oh. Is that it?
Load a previously saved game.
Okay.
Please quit the game.
Quit the game. There you go. Yeah, that was Star Trek Judgement Rites. I guess equal to Star Trek 25th Anniversary. Kind of shame that they haven't done many more of these. I mean, there are other Star Trek point-and-click adventure games, especially ones based on Deep Space Nine and Next Generation. I haven't played those yet. I remember seeing a demo or a screen of Deep Space Nine Harbinger a long time ago, but yeah, I think this I really enjoyed playing Star Trek 25th Anniversary when I was a kid, and this one felt very much like that one, and I'm glad I got to finish both. But yeah, this genre of game really fits well with the Star Trek kind of format, I think. Which is, like I said, a shame that there haven't been more. I mean, the last Star Trek game was, I guess, that Bridge Crew one, and then there was an action-based one based on the newer movies. But yeah, I was hoping that maybe someday we'll see another point-and-click adventure game based on Star Trek that kind of follows an episodic format at some point. But yeah, let's see. My next streams... yeah, we'll be finished. So my next Tuesday streams, although today's Wednesday because I postponed it, but yeah, next Tuesday I'll begin Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. Another point-and-click adventure games that I've been meaning to play. I did play a little bit, but I never finished it. I got stuck really close to the ends, and might as well start over at this point. Oh, hey, Gucci Boots, welcome. I assume you've been lurking, but glad to see you. And yeah, two weeks from now, not this weekend, but the next, we'll be going back to both Heretic and possibly finishing Stonekeep. Not this Sunday, but the next one. But tomorrow I'll be actually, I've decided on Thursday to do like one-off streams where I stream a game that I can finish in one stream. So tomorrow I'll be playing Mega Man 4. Which is another game that I used to play as a kid. I used to rent a lot back in the day. I really although I've already by now I've played all of the classic NES classic Mega Man series 1 through 11 and Mega Man X 1 through 5. But back in the day when I was a kid, I only played 3, 4, and 5. I owned 3, and the NES rental shop only had 4 and 5. So those were the ones that I got most familiar with. Now I do own all of them. At some point I might stream all of the Mega Man games, but yeah, I'm not doing them in order, so I want to start... I already streamed Mega Man 3 and 5, so I want to do 4 next. Maybe 9 later. I really like 9. But yeah, that's what my next stream will be. Tomorrow I'll be streaming Mega Man 4, and next Tuesday I'll be starting Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. So yeah. Oh yeah, if you like, remember, if you're watching this on the archives, on YouTube, wherever, if you like these kind of retro games, make sure to give the channel a follow, because I'm always playing platformers and RPGs and point-and-click adventures. Some I've played before, some I never played before, like this one. And yeah. Well, thanks for watching this long. Well, it's almost 4 hours stream. Yeah, I've been... But yeah, like I'm glad I was able to finish both last chapters in one go. Oh yeah, you can miss for all the other parts of this playthrough. You can check them on the archives on Twitch and on YouTube if you want to see the rest of this playthrough. You only saw this final chapters. And yeah, hope you guys had fun. And thank you very much for watching. See you next time.